Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. Tonight we have a special impromptu one-shot of Mothership, the sci-fi horror RPG from Tuesday Night Games, which is currently in Kickstarter for the box set. And we unfortunately, Millie, Aaron and Aldoon can't be with us, and we thought we'd get together and have a little one-shot. And I've been meaning to follow on from previous Mothership shows before, so here we go. Motherships? Mothershop. Okay, cool. So why don't we get into this? The guys have been making their characters while I've been setting everything up in the background. And I think we should go around and everyone can say who they are and their common knowledge and a bit of description about their character. So everyone's got common knowledge, secret knowledge, and a goal for the one shot. And we'll start with Lewis.
Hello, I'm Lewis, and I'm playing Azimuth, the android. How may I help you? I'm a plasticized ex-human that's now mostly mechanical and cybernetical parts, and my previous life is completely forgotten. Apparently, though, when I was plasticized, I still had a rather intense look on my face that somehow disturbs those around me.
Excellent. Cool. Ben, why don't you go next? Oh, you're putting stuff in your mouth. Sorry.
I put food in my mouth.
Simon, why don't you? Simon, why don't you go next?
Okay. Hey, people. So I'm playing the scientist Quiddity. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm playing Quiddity. So I'm a rather short-ish, bald, not too muscular. Sorry, I've got a giggle. Okay. So I'm a company scientist. I'm just reading my blurb. Right, company scientist drafted in to support with finding exotic minerals and volatilities. I don't know what volatiles in secondary sites on KC315, which is kind of cool because I took geology and stuff like that. So
handy.
I took that before. Yeah, that's good. I like a drink and a game of cards, or any game, frankly. But word is, I owe a few people. I definitely do.
Great, excellent. And Ben, don't put any more food in your mouth. It's your go now.
I'm not going to put any food in my mouth now that it's my turn.
It's your go.
So Simon, what inspired you to play this short, slender, bold science guy?
It just came to me. It was like epiphany.
So I should be playing Rock Warlock, the Teamster. Common knowledge about Rock is that he's carefree and casual, annoying in his laid-back approach. It's generally thought that he's out on survey because he's too lazy to do the hard work at the mine. So I should be channeling the spirit of Alden's gnomish character from Path of the
Brilliant.
Dude.
Yeah, brilliant. Cool. Okay, so the three of you work on the surface of KC315. Oh, I should say before we begin, actually, I've got a cough. And it may kick off from time to time, so I apologise, and I will try to mute it, and the guys can chat while I cough my guts up, and you can carry on. Also, this is Mothership. It's sci-fi horror, so there is an element of body horror and terror, so watch out.
I'm an android, so I don't mind.
It's the pre-alien alien. They went, oh crap, alien's coming out. We better rush this bad boy to print. Whoopah! Behold.
I think
absolutely. And it covers a broader breadth of science fiction horror, so it can be all kinds of things, from hauntings to xenomorphs. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna
it kind of straddles the line between those dark places and Alien, doesn't it?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. With a percentile system, and we'll talk about the system as we kind of go through and how it works. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Here we go.
Push on through. We believe in you, Pete.
Yep. Sorry, I just get a little bounce and then it goes away.
That's cool.
Also, please don't forget to check out all of our social media, our Discord, our Patreon, and Ben and people can be whacking lovely links into the chat right now if you're watching live,
Spell like a human.
or in the video description if you watch this back on YouTube later. It's all down below in the gubbins, so that's there. Cool. Okay. So the three of you work for Zoderm Artisan, which is a corporation that has built a mining facility on the moon of KC315. This mining facility is connected to a orbiting facility by a simple, small space elevator. This tiny world doesn't have such a huge gravity well, but this space elevator is used for what will be being used for moving cargo and data and information up and down through the highly charged magnetosphere of the gas giant that you're in. So it's hard to get sort of messages out. So they've built this platform also as a relay station and a platform to scoop up elements from the atmosphere. But we don't need to worry about mining platform birch. Other people have worried about mining platform birch in the past. You guys are on the surface, and the mining station on the surface has been in operation for a while. It's it's rumored that there's some sort of old site there that's been renovated, and you guys have been here for a few weeks working away, and you've been sent out as a small group as a survey mission out into some sort of wild hinterlands, some chaotic terrain on this moon where there's kind of lots of impact craters and highlands and various other features that mean while you're out there for periods of a time you were fairly isolated, still bathed in the lovely red glow of Big Red, the gas giant that you're orbiting. So everything has this permanent kind of red tinge to it. But you've kind of exactly, Ben. So you've been out for a few days on this kind of survey, and Quiddity has been doing scientific experiments, tests, samples with the help of Azimuth, and Rock Warlock has kind of been chilling out driving the truck, this big vehicle that you've got, and it's kind of like a house on wheels, one of those big things that's got like a cab up front. It's got a load of machinery and gubbins in the middle. There's some quarters and bunks sort of wrapped around that big engineering section, and huge light wheels that allow it to trundle across the terrain without too much trouble. But
so I just to interrupt.
Mhm.
So I've rigged up in the back, right, like a radio transmitter.
Okay.
Right. And what this allows me to do is this allows me to tune the radio to the signal of the transmitter, so I can just to like normalize the experience. You see, so I can tune into. I can just listen to white noise.
You can just listen to what? Sorry.
White noise.
White noise. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, while you're fiddling with your little radio transmitter, you've kind of come back out into kind of open territory where you would expect to get a signal from the mining station, but you've lost all signal, and you wait for several hours, and you know that once you've lost strong signal, you need to actually return to base because there may be problems with your equipment, with their equipment, and you don't sort of linger out on the surface of a dangerous moon without proper communication back to base. So you have started to head back to the mining facility, Zodem Artisan mining facility, and you are heading across this kind of. You can see the moon in the picture there. It's kind of got this red bathing light on it, so everything looks a bit red. But Quiddity, that the rock is grey, but the light is causing it to look this kind of coppery, burnt red kind of look. It's beautiful as you're looking out this kind of vast desolation in this bathed light. And above you can see the gas giant there. And you are heading back. Does anyone have, here we go, any kind of communication skills or computer skills or anything along those
I
lines?
have computer skills.
Okay.
Asimov
train-
also has
train-
computer skills.
Well, you can both attempt to roll to see if you can fiddle around with the system to see if there's any way that you could pick up any kind of signal back from base.
Okay.
So
we're rolling.
what's computers on Intellect?
Yes. Right, bear with me 1 second. Apologies.
Trained.
You guys roll and tell me when I get back in 2 minutes what the result was.
So I
How
just
does
do-
rolling work in this, Lewis? Because I've not played.
Well, so you've got your stats, which are a percentile, and
Yeah.
then your skills. If you're using those skills, add, for instance, trained is plus 10%,
Yeah.
expert is plus 15%, and master is plus 20%. So it adds that to your skill. So in this case, I've got an intellect of 48, but I also have the trained skill computers, so that gives it plus 10. So I'm trying to roll under a 58. I think it's under. Yeah, it's under.
Okay.
And I rolled a 59. So
Did you?
yeah.
Well, I have to roll under 60, and I've rolled 29. So I've slapped your hand out of the way and say, "Get out of the way, Android."
If he hadn't slapped you, you'd have passed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like, he was
Bear
just
that in mind when you go like all murder machiney. You know who has to die first.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm just going to look at Quiddity and go, I can also provide white noise for you if you'd like.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the expert ones, and I'm like, I could have one if I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I could have one.
Hello.
It's like, I can't have master.
Sorry about that. How did it go?
That's cool. So Quiddity has passed.
So when you
the
roll, you
computer
need to
check.
roll below your score, but
Yep.
the higher your roll, the better.
Oh, okay.
So if you do like
Right.
an opposed roll, you roll
Yeah.
both need to roll under, but the higher one. So if your skill level is higher, you've got to bet you can go higher on your roll.
So
Does
I
this have
needed
doubles in it as well?
It does criticals to doubles.
Oh,
Yeah.
I needed 60.
Yep.
And I rolled 29.
Okay, good. And Azimuth?
I needed 58 and I rolled 59.
Oh, just missed. Just missed. Okay. So as you're rumbling along and Rock Warlock is sitting there quite relaxed in the pilot seat, you're tapping away at the communication systems, and you can tell that you're not getting any signals from the station in orbit, which isn't strange. Sometimes the magnetic flux is so strong that you can't pick stuff up from up there.
Yeah.
But you're not getting your usual kind of transponder from the main base. But as you kind of rotate through the frequencies, you are getting the transponder from a further site, which is it's kind of like a little emergency transmission hub, like away from the main base, sort of further away from you. And you can just pick that up.
Okay, guys. There's I'm not getting a transponder from the main base, but there's a secondary transponder that I've got access to. Do we want to head back to the main base, or do we
What?
want to? Yeah.
What? Is it time to eat?
It's not time to eat.
It is not time to eat for another 2
Oh,
hours
Screw that.
and 15 minutes.
I take my
Okay.
headphones off. I'm listening to a Walkman because this is that sort of
Cool.
sci-fi
Yep,
where you have
absolutely.
like CLT monitors and Walkmans. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Bad Moon Rising.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Okay, Warlock. If you're not going to get in the game,
I'm in the game. What are we playing?
well, maybe we should just stop and have a game. No. So we've lost the signal. to the main base.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So we have got a signal to one of the other outposts.
Wait, if we've lost the signal, don't we have to turn around and head back?
We are heading back.
Okay, great. Everything's cool.
Yeah. You turned around.
I
We're
did.
already on our way back
Wow, that was
because we've lost
efficient.
the signal. But
Yeah, you're
I'm
just
not
that good,
sure
Rock
that
Warlock.
statement is accurate.
So
Okay.
what? We
So the
don't go
question
back.
is-
We go to the other back. We go further back than back.
either we either carry on going to where we think the main base is, or we can home in on the transponder. We know.
Are
where
you
that
saying
is.
you don't know how to find your way back to base?
You're driving, man?
Yeah, so we just follow the tracks.
Okay, go for it.
You've been driving around in the wilderness for like 4 days. It's going to take you another 4 days to get out. No, you know. I mean, you can head towards that other transponder. It's near the main base, so you
Yeah.
would get in the right direction, and you could visually sight it. And
So what are you saying? Are we going to choose between mystery
Yes.
option A or confirmed option B?
That's exactly it.
Okay, I have seen a lot of episodes of game shows, and I know that you open the box. You do not take the money.
Mathematically, that is
a crackle comes across the comms.
correct.
And can I try and tune in on that crackle?
Sure,
Can I?
sure. Make a roll.
31.
Okay, cool. So you
It's
kind of
better than
you
it's a little bit better.
yeah, you tune into this crackle and you can hear loads of static, and like you can vaguely, like, in the background hear a voice. It's definitely a person's voice, but you can't hear what they're saying, if you get what I mean. You can hear
Okay.
the up and down, and they're like,
Yeah.
but you can't make out any words or anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, something about a lion up his end.
That's not bad.
I have linguistics. Can I try and understand
Oh, I like
some
it.
of what they're
Yeah,
saying?
let's have a roll.
32.
Is that a pass?
That's still on
Okay.
that 58.
Oh, still on
so-
the 58. Okay.
Yeah.
You still can't quite make out the words, but you can tell that they are using short, sharp, loud intonation. It sounds like panicked conversation rather than something calm and controlled.
Can
I
we work
believe
out?
they require our assistance.
Can we work out from the strength of the signal what kind of distance it would be?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can kind of plot it on your scanner. You can't see anything at the moment on your scanner. There's no sort of metallic structure near enough to like ping, or something moving fast enough for you to pick up on kind of your little radar thing. But you can, if you have, is there mathematics? Here we go. Who's got mathematics?
I've got computers.
I have
geology.
mathematics.
Oh, there you go.
Great.
There you
I'm
go.
an android. It's
Yeah.
probably my speciality.
Yeah, go for it.
Stuff is coming in handy, except for when I roll a 92.
Ooh. Okay, you're not sure. You're not sure. The one thing you know is it's in front of you and not behind you. That's as much as you
Okay.
know. But that's like a 180-degree arc, so it's not exactly that helpful.
I think I just reset halfway through the calculations. And went, I am Azimuth. How can I help you?
The Windows reboot noise. Ding 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 ding.
I'll get out my cybernetic diagnostic scanner and scan and scan.
That's for scanning
Azimuth.
cybernetic systems. Oh, you're going to scan him. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll just be like, yeah, that's okay. He's just rebooting. He's not broken. Put my scanner away.
Brilliant.
But damn it, my driving and piloting skills both just vanished.
Oh.
That's what you get for clicking on things more than once.
Yeah, terrible. So you're rumbling along, and you're sort of going. It's sort of undulating landscape. It's kind of weird because it all looks roughly the same color as you're looking out the kind of glass windows, reinforced glass windows of the cab of your mining truck. But you kind of see dust rising up, sort of off to the left near the horizon. You know that you need to be heading more sort of right, but you can see off to the left there's like a trail of dust rising, and it's kind of getting bigger but still going left.
Does it look like the trail of dust that you would get from a vehicle similar to our own?
If it was going fast, yeah, probably. I mean, someone's really chipping it if they're kicking up that much
Dude
dust.
is seriously pounding it. Someone is not getting their yearly bonus.
Do you want to follow it? Do you think they're the people in trouble?
I don't know, man. Looks like your dude there is like the bad guy, maybe, or like stole some shit.
Oh, right.
Maybe even the wagon because they're driving it like they stole it.
You going to head in that direction to see what they're doing, or are you going to
penalties?
For sure, that's what I mean. No annual bonus.
I think we should follow them. I definitely think we should check this out.
Well, you're the boss. Wait, are you the boss?
I guess so. I didn't
As a
think...
bro, is he the boss?
I do not have a hierarchical structure uploaded.
Okay.
No,
well, you're the
lean
smart
in
one.
and say that.
he's a bit creepy.
If you say go, we go. You want me to floor it?
Let's floor it.
You want me to floor it?
Yeah.
Okay, make a roll.
Okay,
Is
what am I
there
rolling
like a-
on against? Is this speed, strength? Please tell me it's not intellect.
Nah, let's do it on speed is like your reactions and stuff and that kind of thing. So let's roll it on that. It's flexible. That's one of the things
Ooh,
people
22.
like about Mothership.
And I'm going for 49.
So that's a critical success. So you turn the steering. It's not quite a wheel, it's like a half wheel kind of thing. And you turn the wheel, and the big wheels turn, and you start rumbling along. You put your foot down. It starts going faster, and at one point you do a little jump off the lip of a crater.
And I pull on the air horn when that happens. I don't know if there's any atmosphere outside that it could be heard in, but I'm sounding it anyway.
There's thin atmosphere here. You do need to wear suits when you go outside. It's pretty thin. And you faintly hear that. Echo through this crater.
I do this whole like high five thing, and obviously he's got both hands on the steering wheel, and then I'll kind of put my hand away again.
And it touches down, and you keep going. And shortly, you kind of crest another rise, and you can see a rover. Not like one of the big vehicles that you're in that people go out and sleep in, for days, but like I need to run around and take something over to this other part of the base, kind of thing. Self-contained, but small, probably like a SUV size kind of thing, and it's chipping it along. And as you watch, you can see it's like veering. And still barely managing to keep control as it's like dodging around large rocks and erratics and
I've got a harpoon gun, right?
rises and things. No, you've mainly got surveying gear. You have got
a harpoon gun. If you had asked for a harpoon gun, I would have affixed a harpoon gun.
You have got a drilling unit on the back of your rig that can point directly backwards, because you may need to like drill into the side of a cliff or something. But that's on the back. It's not really for like high-speed chases, and unless someone's behind you and you flipped it out and turned it on. So you could get in front of them if you wanted to.
We must be kicking up some
I just want to pull
serious
up
dust.
alongside them.
So you're going to get alongside. Okay, that will take another roll to maintain you side by side.
You pulling up on the driver's side or on the other side? Your side or the other side?
They have a driver's side? Is
Well,
it, is it
your vehicle's
American
quite
or
wide.
European?
His vehicle is it's American, so he'll be sitting on the left-hand side of his vehicle. Yours is like this big fat wide thing that's like a house wide, and your
he
cab
would
is
be
right on the
underneath.
top in the middle.
Okay, well, we'll pull up on his driver's side then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we
want
will,
to be
because I got
staring at them creepily.
35 out of 49.
Okay, let me roll him. Okay, yeah, you won that one. So, I rolled 80, it's not that good. So you kind of pull alongside. Now, you don't go quite level because your giant wheels would obscure your view of it.
Yeah.
But from where you are, you kind of can see out the cab, and Rock Warlock, you're having to like keep control. So the other two are like plastered to the window, and you can see
Is he
someone
drunk?
like frantically trying to keep control. And
Is he drinking?
seems to be like having some sort of episode whilst driving.
Right.
Is he high?
And all 99, that is bad. The vehicle hits a rock.
Now he's high.
Slides
Did it-
across the
did it-
ground.
Did it look like he had a suit on?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely had a suit on, but moving like, like really crazily overstating
Oh,
movements.
he's gone over. He's gone over.
It flips over,
Pull up,
lands
pull
on the
up.
floor, and the wheels are still spinning.
And I'll pull around in front of him then and
Mhm.
come to a stop.
Okay.
I can administer first aid if there are injuries.
No, dude, I'm fine.
Azimuth just said in chat. Sorry, that's the namesake of your character. They're all patron names, by the way. Azimuth just said, just imagining the practical model effects right now. Yeah, I'm thinking the Moon film or Red Dwarf, somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably more Red Dwarf.
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
getting more
Azimuth.
sort of Team America. Right? Like it's a little like die-cast metal car that somebody just flicked over.
I'm assuming we'd have like a winch underneath.
Yeah. You'll have
Is
a
it-
winch. Yeah,
So
for
we'll
like
be able to
lifting more.
like hook
You'll
it
be able
up and
pull out. You'll be able to get out, attach the winch to the vehicle, and pull it out of the. As you get closer and you pull up, you can see that it's slid into like an embankment of kind of like fairly loose kind of scree and rocks and things, and it's kind of partly submerged, stuck into it. The front of the vehicle is kind of covered, but you could easily get it onto the back. Hook it onto the back of the rover and pull the rover out.
we'll hook it up.
Okay, well, good luck, you guys. Enjoy.
Okay, Rock Warlock, you just get ready to winch this in, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. But company policy does state that one person has to remain with the vehicle at all times.
Yeah. We didn't need to draw straws. We knew who it was going to be.
Okay, cool. So,
Azimuth, you want to pull this winch? It's a bit hard for me. I'm not quite that strong.
Very
can
good
I
looking,
help?
though.
Pull the
And then-
winch. I'll give him that just like dick look.
brilliant.
I will pull the winch.
Okay, so you pull the winch. It's not hard. It's designed to be pulled by an average human being. Once you
what can I
press the
say?
release, it comes out, and it's fairly long, so you've got no worries about having enough of it. And as you get closer, you can see that the vehicle is damaged, and not just damaged from the crash, but it seems that it's got burn marks or holes in it. But that's at a distance, so you see this, and you're about 30 feet away, kind of looking at it. You're in your suits. You've gone through your little airlock and climbed down the little ladder. You're kind of in the right spot.
We take images of this and send them to Rock Warlock. Do we have that kind of capability, or is it little? Or is it
Dude,
more
this
kind
is
of
like 80s
like-
retro
I
industrial
have
futurism. It's
A body cam.
Hey, don't worry about those. That'll buff right out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, there's
And
some.
the
There's
crankshaft
some,
is going to be more of a problem, but
there's some damage to this thing.
that's paintwork damage. That's purely cosmetic. I mean, the only
I
person
should
who's going to give you
apply.
grief over that is like a dealer.
Okay, we'll approach and try and hook this thing up.
Okay, right.
I
So,
should apply first aid.
okay.
Well,
You
maybe
should
not to the
Put the
vehicle, man.
winch on the back of the truck.
He's an android. He
Yeah,
might
How
give
can I
first
help?
aid to a vehicle.
Put the winch on the truck.
Okay, as you get closer, you
Affirmative.
walk
Winch
up to
truck.
put the kind of big hook, on the end of the truck.
I'm going to
actually-
stare at Quiddity as I'm doing it.
We'll transfer from the driving station to the winching station then.
Yep, cool.
As
Okay.
soon as Azimuth puts the winch on, I'll go pull it in quick.
Well, as you're putting the hook on, you can
Yeah.
hear banging, very loud banging, from inside the car. This Rover. It's as if, and it's like frenetic, like someone is out of control, like kind of thing, not just dum 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 dum.
Be silent. You are being rescued.
Still can't hear them.
You might need to grab hold of him when he comes out, Azimuth, just so we can, stick him with something. Try and help him out.
Would you like me to calm him with white noise?
If it works, yeah, we'll give it a go.
Okay.
Winch away, Rock Warlock.
I shall activate the winch.
I
Okay.
shall step back.
You activate the winch, and nothing happens for a moment, and then and it scrapes through this rock. It's kind of scattering off the front end of it, and you pull it out at the kind of wonky angle that it's ended up, slides out backwards, and you can see on the front of the vehicle, around where there are kind of the seals of the doors, that there is a strange black material that looks like it's kind of hair or fine fibers growing out of the seals, and the interior of the windows is now kind of dark as maybe mud or something, you're not sure.
Yeah.
But you're just pulling it out and you can see that. It's very strange. Everyone take 1 point of stress. It's not like something you've
Starts at
seen
2,
before.
so
Yeah.
Starts at 2, so now goes to 3.
Yep.
Do I take the stress?
No,
see
it's
it.
behind the vehicle, so you can't see it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
But I'm still in
two.
the back of our vehicle.
So the 2 down there take a point of stress.
Okay.
Would you like me to scan the vehicle with my bioscanner?
Yeah, go crazy.
How can I help?
You're
Okay.
gonna scan it. You're
You're
gonna scan it with your
gonna
bioscanner.
scan it with the bioscanner. Okay.
I will. Basically, you just have to give every command twice.
Okay, so you pull out your bioscanner and you start to scan. This isn't hard. You're like standing right in front of it and you turn it on. The readings go.
Alarm, I am Wajid El Ezra.
The readings go strange for a moment, then they turn back to normal life signs, and then they go strange again, and you're quite confused by what your bioscanner is telling you.
I'll walk up to the door.
Mhm.
I'll put my hand on the door, and I'll open it. So obviously, when you open a door, I'll step so that I'm behind the door.
That's when you open a door so other people get fucked. That's how you open a door. When you normally open a door, you open a door and go through a door. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
fine.
Simon.
You're doing it so that the android gets horrible things going on. That's fine. It's
Not
cool.
quite how
You're
it's
being
happening.
cautious. I get it. Don't worry.
I'm being
I mean, there is
overly
no
cautious.
fixed way that Simon opens doors. I mean, he's just as likely to throw a honeycomb full of bees in the
That's
door
true. That's
as
true.
anything else.
Yeah, I could have opened the boot first.
Also true.
Very true. So you open the door, stepping backwards. Are you being careful not to touch anything unnatural looking?
I don't think I'm being. I think I'm more just like I have no idea what's going on, what's in this car, but it should be human, and I don't have any other idea why it wouldn't be. So I'm just opening the door. So
Okay.
I don't think I would be overly worried about the black gooey
Okay,
stuff.
sure.
'cause
Okay, so
I
you
don't
just
really know what it is. So
okay, cool. So you reach down and you grab the door handle,
yeah,
Spoken like a true protagonist in a
Lick.
sci-fi horror.
lick the door for a second. No, you reach down and grab
Rub
the
some
door
on your face.
and pull it open. Roll a D100 for me, Simon.
85.
Okay. So you reach down, grab the handle, and you pull the door open.
Yeah.
And you step backwards, so you don't quite see everything that's inside, but you can see a figure that is kind of thrashing in the security harness attached to the chair. So this thing is like the security harness has done its job, yeah, and it's like still attached, but it's going. This person, because it's someone in a suit, is going absolutely mental, flipping their arms out, swinging their arms around, and the face of their suit is completely black on the interior, and that is freaky as hell, and that's 1 point of stress for you, Simon.
Okay.
But you're not directly in its line of sight or whatever. But please make an intellect roll, and if you've got anything that's like clever scrutiny skills, then you can apply one of those.
First aid.
A first aid would count, actually. That would probably make you notice something.
That's fine. I got 30
Okay.
out of 60.
The left hand, which is nearest you, that kind of reaches out, almost kind of not near you, but like towards you. The suit glove you see looks like it has been shrink wrapped tight to the hand, almost too tight, like scarily tight.
Yeah.
And the ends of the fingers look black, and one of them is probably half a centimeter shorter than it should be and completely flat on the end, almost as if the material has got like strange finger ends, cups on the end of them, but it looks like the finger is too short.
Oh wow.
And it's kind of this. What is
Okay.
Azimuth doing?
I'm standing creepily close to Quiddity. Just staring at you. Until you tell me what to do.
Okay. Because of the weirdness of the android and this creature, I think, Simon, what we're going to have is a panic roll.
Okay.
Now, a panic roll, when you're low on your stress, isn't too bad.
Yeah.
So what you do is you take 2d10 and you roll them and add them together. Yeah?
13.
Okay, so if you roll over your current stress, you don't panic.
I don't panic.
And
My
you
stress is
relieve
4.
and you relieve one stress.
Oh, wicked.
If you'd rolled lower than your stress, we'd then be rolling on the panic table.
Okay, so it's 2 dice, so 2d10.
And
Okay.
and add them together. Yeah.
Cool.
Is that a fear test? No, it isn't yet, is it?
No, panic check you can just make at any moment.
Yeah.
You know, fear test if you're standing in the face of something and you might sort of psychologically resist. And that's cool.
Azimuth, you might need to sedate this guy. He's a bit freaky.
How can I help?
Punch him in the face.
He's wearing his helmet.
Oh, is it?
And it looks
up
and
my-
it's completely black on the interior. You cannot see his face.
It's not shrink wrapped to his head then.
No, that hasn't shrink wrapped, but his hand
Okay.
there, and even
so
the
I
seal
have-
bit is crunched in and tight to the
I
arm.
have I have med scanner, auto meds, painkillers, stim packs.
So you just want to pump some drugs into him. So
If I auto med,
that's more like a machine that you'd need to apply when they're lying down.
okay,
You
because I've
know,
got stim
still.
packs. So I could
Yeah,
do
you could. You want to stim back him.
Don't just stim. That's it. I don't have anything that suggests that
Painkillers might help him. That's the only thing you think you might have. You know, because the way the jerky movements look like he is probably in pain.
He looks like he needs to be knocked out.
Are you saying I assume you're on an open channel,
Yeah.
so that Rock Warlock can hear what's going on. Okay, cool.
If Rock Warlock is watching the body cam after that last order, you see me pull out my crowbar.
Yeah. I think this guy just needs sedating.
Just
I
sedating.
will render him unconscious.
How are you going to render
I'll
him?
walk towards.
How are you going to
I've
render
got a
him
crowbar
unconscious?
out.
You know that if you bludgeon his helmet, you'll crack the seal, and then he may pass out in the thin atmosphere. So you could do that while he's strapped into the seat, and then that way he'd pass out, and you better get him in your vehicle.
Sounds like a plan.
And you wouldn't probably have to hurt him that much. You just have to smash the front of his.
There's a vent in the back of the suit, isn't it? And when you hit that, it knocks them out.
Oh, always. Yeah, there's just a tube that you pull.
Oh no, wait, that's Sontarans. My bad.
Is that those guys?
Azimuth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Space buds.
The space potatoes. Yeah.
Dude on a horse in a picture that I saw recently. Okay, cool. So how are you going to do it, Azimuth?
Azimuth approaches very slowly and lifts the crowbar up and goes, "Stay still. We are rescuing you." And smashes him.
Simon, make a sanity roll.
Right, I roll. So 13.
That statement and his action just are incongruous in your head. Like you're telling him to do stuff, but like the ease with which the android bludgeons someone in the helmet is like slightly disturbing to you. So sanity roll to not gain a stress.
Okay, so I've got 13. My sanity is 40.
Yep. Okay, so you're fine. Cool. Okay, so Azimuth, you're going to walk up and smash the front of the guy's helmet. Right. Let's have a roll. If you make a critical failure on your combat attack, then something interesting happens. Otherwise, you will smash the helmet because he is restrained in a chair, but he is flailing around, so you never know.
Well, I failed the roll, but it wasn't a critical fail. 51.
Okay, so you whack the thing, and the glass on the helmet smashes, and you see the face of Wojtek, one of the miners from the base that you know, and he looks up. "Get it off me! Get it off me! Help! Help! Get it off me! Get it off me!" He's like screaming full power. His face is like distorted. His neck is standing out. The veins on his neck are standing out. And he starts to... And you can see now on the interior of his suit, there's like this black stuff. And you can in fact see a little bit on his face.
Being a scientist, do I have any thoughts on what it might be?
It looks like oil with bits in.
Okay, is it growing?
Not perceptibly to you right now.
Okay.
It's just like there's some stuff in his suit, and he's like, "Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off me!"
I'm gonna lean in closer to him and go, "How can I help?"
Get it off me! It's gonna make a body test to see if he passes out. Oh yes, 93. He's like, he's clearly like knackered anyway. He's just been in a crash and he's like, panicking. Azimuth, as you lean in and you say that, he kind of looks at you like, "Oh," and passes out. And you see now that there's more of this stuff on the inside of the car, and it looks like on the back you saw one of those holes, sort of holes and burns and things. One of the holes has got a big black stain around it, and like thin lines coming away from it.
This moment, I'm just gonna unstrap his figgies.
Okay, and because of the position of the car, he just like slumps, and You pick him up. Okay, cool. You take him back to the
drag him
back to the
out.
vehicle.
We should return to the vehicle.
Does this so the direction this rover was going in doesn't look like it was
It was
coming
away
from,
from the base.
It was driving away.
Now
from
you
the
look
base.
at his tracks and everything. You can see it was chipping away from the base,
just straight away.
just
going.
like it looks like he was. But now looking at me, you think the guy's completely out of control. Clearly didn't know what he was doing. He's just like jumped in a thing and went.
Right. Okay. And this thing's covered in this black goo, this black like tendrily stuff.
It looks like it's kind of oily and sticky, and now you've popped it open. Nothing's moving. You know, the guy has slumped. It looks like there's kind of this sticky shit all over the interior. It looks toxic. You know, it's black stuff. You don't necessarily want to touch it, but more because you'd have to clean your suit, you know, and not contaminate, you know, or whatever.
Azimuth, just rest him up against a rock here, and we'll.
Can I help?
Rest him up against a rock.
We should return him to the base for medical treatment.
He's just come from the base. He's just
We
left
should
the base.
return him to the base for medical treatment.
Azimuth, lean him up against a rock here, so I can just. I'll see if I can
Dude,
give some
quarantine procedure says no gross shit in the van.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no gross shit in the van. Can you do me a favor? Can you throw down a spare helmet?
Yeah, for sure.
His vac suit is compromised.
So I shall throw down an emergency tent rather than
Cool.
an emergency helmet.
Like a little survival bubble thing.
Yeah, one of those survival bubble tent things that you can get.
We'll go and get one of them.
Okay, that's cool.
That's
You
worth
chuck that
sticking in
down to
there.
them.
Dude, no problem. It's self-inflating.
Okay, I'm going to put my.
Flip
I'm
it out.
going to use my med scanner
Mhm.
to see if I can scan him, and also to see if I can scan this stuff.
Okay, let's have a roll. This is going to need some sort of medical roll. If not, just a straight intellect.
42.
Is that a success?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So as you scan him, you can see that some of this stuff is on his suit, some of it's on his body, and some of it is inside him. Yeah. As he's going into like hypoxic shock. You can pick that up from him. He's like on the floor, not getting oxygen and suffocating and everything. And you guys put him in the tent and stuff.
Yeah.
As you put him in the tent, you're still scanning him.
Yeah.
And it feels it's got a little generator. It like pumps some air in and like makes it breathable and livable inside that space.
Yeah.
You notice as you do that the black material changes slightly.
Right.
It becomes in a tiny way active. Like you can see now subtle shifts, subtle changes to its density in different locations, and it like a spreading.
Okay. We basically, I'm going to step out and say, Azimuth, you need to step out.
Oh, can I help?
You need to step out. Now.
Follow you out.
Okay, I'm going to have a serious conversation with Azimuth. Azimuth, that stuff in there is not right. If we bring that on board our ship, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm freaking out now. Should
Take a point of stress.
Roll?
Oh yeah, actually, make a sanity.
I definitely think I should make it a freaking out
fear. Oh, you want a panic roll? Okay, you can make a panic roll. But
Would
first
you like
off,
some white noise?
First off, you both need to take a point of stress.
Yeah, okay. So
and as you guys are seeing this in the tent, Rock Warlock, the comm system on the bridge, in the cockpit, you know, buzzes, and you can see.
Rocky.
This is Central Mother.
Hey, Mom.
Please return to base.
Which one?
Main base. immediately.
Okay, because there's like a second signal coming from a second base, and there was some discussion about whether to go to first base or second base. Mom, do you want me to go to first base or second base for you?
I would prefer you to come to the main base rather than the outlying garage.
Okay, for sure.
And please bring him with you.
Well, I wasn't gonna leave him behind. He's like the main science dude. Wait, you don't mean Quiddy, do you?
Quiddity will come with you, but you must also bring him with you.
Who is him?
Minor Wojtek?
Oh, yeah, for sure, that guy. And do we need to bring Azimuth as well? Because he's kind of
Absolutely.
freaking people out.
Your whole team and Wojtek, come back. We miss you.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
And it ends.
Click, click. Hey, yo, guys.
Hang on a minute. So I rolled 69 for my panic check, and my sanity is 40.
Oh, so you made a sanity roll and you failed.
I don't know what I made. I basically
So you
I
made
just made a roll.
yeah, you made a sanity roll and you
Bad
failed.
fear test.
So what that means is you gain a point of stress.
Okay.
Yep.
This was like I made like a I'm freaked out.
Actually, you've properly failed, didn't you? You take 2 points of stress. There you go. And we can have a
Just-
panic check.
Just so you know, fear saves made in my presence have disadvantage
Oh, well, he failed
What's that
anyway.
mean?
So
because I'm creepy.
so you roll twice and you take the worst result. So roll another D100 just in
fear
case you get a
saves. He
double.
made a sanity save.
Oh, so if it is. What did I say it was?
Sanity.
12.
Okay, it's just sanity, it's fine.
Yeah.
So you take 2 points of stress and we'll
Yeah,
have a
and-
panic check. So roll 2d10, add them together.
Yeah. 11.
11. That's higher than your current stress?
Yes.
Okay, you're fine and you lose a point of stress.
Okay.
Okay. But
Just
you've
figured
got
out-
this little tent now, survival tent, on the ground outside with
Yeah.
Wojtek in it, and you're like, this is freaking me out.
Okay.
And that's
I'm
when
gonna-
that's when Rock Warlock buzzes you guys.
Hey, guys.
How can I help?
Yeah,
yeah.
so Mom called, and
Uh,
she wants us to head home. She's
Yeah.
only interested in first base, though. So she wants us to go back to the big home. So it's head back to the big house, and we got to bring Wojciech with us.
So she knows Wojciech's out here.
Yeah, I mean his vehicle's low jacked. They all are.
I know, but there's some really weird stuff going on down here, man. I mean,
Martha
like
knows best.
really weird. No, I don't think Mother does know best. I think Mother has got a clue.
Well, I don't think we should bring him into our vehicle.
We
So
can't.
we got a couple of choices. I can weld some shit onto his, and we can just like stick him in there, or we can just put the tent on the roof and drive him home like that.
Can we winch the secondary vehicle?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but we can't get a helmet on this guy. We need to. I mean, he's like. Did you not see that stuff spreading?
What stuff?
All right, so this basically inside his vehicle is covered with this like black oily stuff, and inside the suit is this black oily stuff. And when we put him in the tent,
No,
it started to
no,
it
no,
started to grow.
no. That'll do. Don't need to know anymore. Weird alien goose shit. I'm out. No,
Yeah.
he's not coming in the vehicle.
He's not coming in the vehicle.
Nope.
I mean, we're not even sticking a rope on this thing and dragging it behind us.
Well, we
He's
can't
like-
drag the tent.
No,
Friction will
If you
wear
like
away
me-
the base of it.
To
Uh,
place him in the secondary vehicle.
I'm not going back to the main base. I think we go to the garage.
Yeah, but
Martha
Mom,
knows best.
He's just come from there.
yeah,
if you
but
saw this
potentially
thing-
she could be looking at damage control, so we need to take him back to get him back in there. I don't think we should leave this guy running around out here either. And if he's infected, we can't take him to the secondary base.
So what we're saying is we put him back in the vehicle, stick a helmet on him, and then drag the vehicle behind us.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well,
Affirmative.
let's leave him in the tent while we pull the vehicle out and get ourselves lined up so we can go back towards the base.
Yeah, well, okay. If you come back to the wagon, then I'll get out and I'll sort out his car thing.
No, I don't want you getting out because there might be we might have touched some of this stuff.
That's not helping.
I'm just telling you, I don't want you getting out here.
We're seriously affecting my car.
Okay, if you want to come out here, that's fine.
Well, can you fix a G2 road car?
No, I can't fix a G2 road car.
Well,
What a
exactly. You're
stupid
not rated
question,
for that kind of thing. This is like my job.
Okay, right. Okay, I'll get back in the vehicle. I'll go through the the dust shower thing.
Yeah, like
and,
decontaminate and shit.
yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'm on my way back.
And I'll suit up to go out.
Okay. Cool.
Pick up some tools.
Is there a computer in the vehicle that he was in?
No, it was more of just like a road, road vehicle, not really a kind of computer thing. It looks like there's some of the.
Whenever a scientist fails a sanity save, every friendly player nearby gains 1 stress. So Azimuth gets another stress.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yay.
Yay.
Just
Awesome.
Like
wait
JB.
until you roll a fear test.
There's some like survival gear, emergency rations and that kind of stuff in the back. It's all covered in this kind of fine traceries, almost like black cobwebs, like spinning out from this puncture at the back of the vehicle. Looks like they've found their way to him, and there's more of a concentration on him. As you look, you think this is definitely this is a pattern. This is like it's done that actively. So who's putting him? So right, you change over. You go back inside, Kudati, and Brock Warlock. You come outside. Fresh suit, nice and clean.
Fresh suit, tools. I'm
Okay.
going to go and fix the ground car
Okay.
so that
Cool.
we can tow it.
Okay. Right.
Just make sure that the back axle or the front axle, as long as one axle is intact,
Mhm.
we know which way to tow it.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be fully airtight because we're going to stick him in a suit and a helmet.
Sure. So you're gonna get him. Azimuth's gonna bundle him up. You're
Well,
gonna
he's
fix.
in the tent for now.
Yeah. Sure.
While I
But
fix the car.
once you
And
fix
then
the
I'm
car.
getting back in the van while Azimuth puts him in the car.
Okay. Okay. Right. So you're gonna go over and check out the car. Let's have a heavy machinery roll from you, or driving up to you.
Might as well be heavy machinery.
Do you require my hand welder?
No, dude, never touch another man's hand welder. So I got 47. If we're coming off of strength and heavy machinery, that's 53.
So success.
Yes.
Okay.
Passive maintenance.
So you
If
check.
we're using jury rigging to make sure that it's roadworthy, it'd be an additional 5%.
Still just a pass, so you're okay. So you check out the vehicle, and luckily you can see that because it fell over onto its top, the underneath of the vehicle was largely undamaged, taking a bit of a beating on the suspension from the ride, but not in the actual crash itself.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have to be comfortable.
Sorry, excuse me. So you think it'll be fine to winch it, but as you are examining it, you can see now that where there's this, as I said, there's kind of this puncture in the back of the car, you can see that there's this thin tracery in, because the door's open. Do you want to shut it? Do you want to look in?
I'm going to have a bit of a nosy around, yeah, but there's no point in shutting the door if we're going to put the guy back in there in
Sure.
a minute.
Just checking. So you kind of have a look in, lean all your head all the way into the space. No, you kind of look in, and you see now that the seat, the black material that's around the seat, the ends of it are going grey and going a bit crumbly, which is a bit strange. And it's almost as if it's sort of receding, or the kind of potency of it is receding.
Huh. That's gross.
Take a moment of stress as you now see the interior of this vehicle and just how kind of fucked up it looks. Excuse me, sorry.
So from my tools, can I use a hand welder to just like pass it over some of this black stuff and see what happens?
The greying part or the black part?
The black part.
Okay.
Whatever's nearest to the door. I'm not going to get in. If there's any in reach
The
of the
black
door,
fronds around the edge of the door
yeah.
have now started to go grey.
Well, I'll torch them a little bit and see what happens.
Okay, as you torch them, they turn to like a very fine ash. And they go into your ventilation system. No. No. It's just like...
Hey, Dr. Quiddy.
Yep.
Black goo does not like fire.
Ah, wow. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, I think I've got this thing pretty much fixed up. So we can put him in and maybe don't touch any of this crap. Azzy bro, you have a hand welder, right?
How can I help?
You need to hand weld you need to like flame the shit out of the black goo when you're putting him in.
The black goo on his person or in the vehicle?
No, Azzy bro, do not set fire to the person.
Affirmative.
That's like a science medic dude job.
Okay.
You could always turn your oxygen tank into a flamethrower.
Suffocate yourself and kill him all at the same time.
You just get the oxygen tank and turn it into like a really low thing,
and
then you put
like a deodorant can.
Yeah, then you put an extension thing in there so that the flame can't go in. The oxygen tank will explode it, and then you just basically just flame all the bits in the car like a big blow torch.
Or just use a flamethrower that you've got in the truck.
Have we got a flamethrower in the truck?
Yeah, you'll have a flamethrower in the truck. Flamethrowers are handy for stuff other than like setting people on fire.
It can also be used for setting stuff on fire.
Yeah,
Warlock,
torching things.
Rock Warlock, do you want to give that thing a bit of a blast with a flamethrower?
Well, no, not now.
Okay. I just think...
I mean, it looks like it's dying anyway. It's all going grey and like...
You guys haven't seen that, so when he says that, that's news to you guys.
Wow, that's wicked. Can I lose a point of stress?
Interesting.
Because it's no longer really...
No. Doesn't work like that, Simon.
So I'm coming back to the main vehicle now.
Yeah.
This thing is roadworthy.
Okay. You want to bring Azimuth with you?
Well, no, because he's got to put the dude in the car.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Rock
should
Warlock
both
is...
return to the vehicle. I will place the miner in the damaged vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Physically.
Okay, so you're going to go in the
Lift
tent. Okay, so you go in the tent.
Cautiously, yes.
And
But
as you go in, the figure is lying on the floor. You can still see the face.
You got to
Yeah.
put the helmet on, yeah?
Still, because you've smashed the helmet. Did you take that bit off?
Yeah.
Azimuth,
Yeah.
you are
Okay.
a loser,
Yeah.
Azimuth.
So you would have taken that bit off and like thrown it into the wilderness.
And we need Mrs. Jane.
You're out of focus.
And
Story of my
it's
life.
Vaseline on the lens. So you
Soft focus.
you're gonna go over and try and put the helmet on him.
Yeah.
Make a intellect roll at +20.
Is there anything that applies to it, or just the plus 20?
First aid, something medical would.
I've got first aid as
Okay,
well.
cool.
So, yep. So plus 30. 007.
Oh, okay. So you passed. As you approach, you can see now. You know the hand, the kind of glove had like. To you, it looks a bit like your body. You know, like the plasticized
Yeah.
elements, and it's now up to the elbow, and all of the fingers are like half a centimeter has been removed, and they're flat. They're now just the width of regular fingers, so they're not like big chunky spacesuit fingers anymore.
Yeah.
There's still the spacesuit there. There must be less body there. You're not sure, and it's there. They're flat across the end, and you can see now that in the palm of the left hand, there's like a nodule, like a thick nodule growth forming, black, in the middle of the hand, like a knot. It's just lying on the floor, like arm out, so you can see it clearly. And he jumps up. No. Take a point of stress.
Yeah.
One point of stress. As you can see, it's developed. Something is happening. This thing is transforming the body with some fashion in
Something.
mind or direction in mind. You're not sure.
I'll pick him up very carefully away from the nodule
Okay.
and
By the
move
boot.
him back towards the drag him by the boot back towards the vehicle.
You can hear him like he's sort of mumbling a bit, and like occasionally there's like a twitch that like starts in his arm and then judders through his body, almost like sort of a wave. And you take him over towards the car. Right, I'm going to need you to make, because we're on a low gravity world, you've got your boots on, you know, you're an android and everything, but you're now maneuvering across difficult terrain and trying to position this potentially, infectious body. I'll let you roll either athletics or 0G.
I have neither of those, so it doesn't matter. So straight up on speed then.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to go straight up on speed. Okay.
I rolled an
react under pressure.
88.
Oh, okay. So you successfully get him inside the car.
I do I want to place him near, not touching, but near one of the other masses.
Oh, near the black stuff in the car. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
I get my bioscanner out and just stand
Okay.
there for a few moments.
Okay, you stand there for a few moments, and you can tell as soon as now that you've taken him out, and you're in the atmosphere, you know, you're not in a nice pressurized and pleasant atmosphere like in that tent. There seems to be less activity from this stuff. It's definitely, you know, if you'd been standing in the tent, you'd have been able to see on your bioscanner the growth going on and the change. Now it's so slow that it couldn't have done what it's just done in the same amount of time here.
Can I try to make some kind of mathematical noise?
Oh, okay, like some sort of kind of
Yeah.
potential communication or something.
Whilst holding the bioscanner.
Let's have a roll. I'm going to need it's going to be really hard, so it's going to be a disadvantage, and it's going to be linguistics, which I know you've got, haven't you?
That.
Mhm.
Does mathematics help as well?
Yeah, why not? I like the idea. I'm going to give you both skills.
Yeah. It's going to be bad.
Oh, someone just gave you a reroll.
Really?
Azimuth just gave Azimuth a reroll.
Oh well, there you go. I will use that reroll. Otherwise, that was going to end
Very
badly. I have to reroll both dice again.
No, just re-roll one set that you don't like.
So it counts my +10 from linguistics
Yep.
and mathematics.
Yeah,
then.
why not?
Okay. Then I got a 67. My intellect's 48, and I get +20. So that
68.
was
So you are like
the-
just.
the-
That's a really good roll.
Otherwise, I failed it twice.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, without a critical, that's like the best roll you could probably make. Just about. Okay, so you kind of have to lean in, and you kind of make this kind of, like blart of noise, and you notice a response in the bioscanner, but it's very muted and very. It's almost as if it's struggling against this environment. It can't. You're starting to realise that this is the wrong environment for this thing to flourish.
Before I leave, I'm gonna lower his oxygen just slightly.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yep. Okay. You strap him in.
Can I get an idea of how I could, from what I've got so far, would I have an idea of how I could at least try and sort of stabilize it for a moment?
You could definitely slow it down. Stabilizing to make it 0 would probably not work, but you could bring it right down to like 5%.
Without killing.
I think you've done enough to like figure that out, piece those things together. So yes, you know the kind of environmental settings that would massively slow down the rate of whatever. Yep. Okay.
After that,
transmogrification
to the vehicle.
Okay. Right. So you come back up to the thing.
First, I'll appear outside the window.
Wave. Remember, you're down there, this giant wheels. We're a house, and we're on top.
He's climbed up the ladder.
Yeah, I run him over.
He's climbed up the ladder. He's standing outside the airlock, going. Okay, so you come into the airlock, and you take your suit off.
Yeah.
You normally wear a suit just to like
go through the decontamination,
so that your body's not compromised. More than anything, you don't really need to breathe.
So he looks like the rest of us.
So he looks like the rest of you as well, and doesn't freak you out even more. But those eyes behind that. Behind the fish bowl,
screen
like,
sort of
intensifies the glare in the eyes.
The idea is to make it less creepy, but it just magnifies my eyes.
Okay, so you get in the airlock, and it does a little scan. You guys are in the cockpit, in the main, on the main deck, and a little alert goes off. Contaminant in airlock 1.
Okay.
Unknown contaminant in airlock 1.
Azimuth, just stay where you are, so we can come and check out why there's some dodgy reasons going on. We shall. I shall wander over to the airlock.
Advise keeping the oxygen in the airlock at a minimum.
Okay. We'll turn the oxygen down in the airlock and open the door so it vents whatever's in there out.
Okay.
And then close the door again.
Well, as you're looking in, right, and Azimuth, you're kind of disrobing. Just standing right at the window. You can see now that on your suit there is a splodge of black.
Well, we can see that on his
Azimuth
suit.
can see it because he's in the room and he's like taking his stuff off and the pieces, and everything.
Can I try and like put it in my glove and then pull the glove over it, so I've kind of got it in a little bundle.
Like a dog poo.
Basically.
So you're trying to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Are you trying to do that in a way that other people don't see?
No.
No? Okay.
Fairly open.
You see him kind of wrapping something up.
What you got there, Azimuth?
Apparently, I have collected a sample.
Okay, that's bad. I don't think we want a sample. Hang on, I'm a scientist. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm going to seal that shit
I said
away.
you want.
Okay.
Do not be bringing that crap inside.
So you need to basically take the sample you've got, and we need to keep it stored outside the vehicle. We cannot bring it inside.
You guys have sample cases. If you think
Yeah,
you're in
yeah.
a survey vehicle, you've got like these kind of big jar, glass things that you could fit like
I'm
a
I'll go and get one.
hand-sized alien with a tail in. that
Yeah.
kind of size
I'll
container.
go get one, and I'll slide one into the airlock with it.
Okay. Yep.
Stick it inside.
Okay. You
Stick
pop
it
it in there.
inside,
You shut the
and
thing.
then we'll press the scan button again.
Oh, what? And scan
Once-
Azimuth
so
now
once-
without
yeah,
it. Okay.
So
right.
once it's in, so it's
Yep.
in the same room that the scan's taking place,
hmm
but it obviously won't be able to detect it if it's in a
It's in this little containment tube.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Right. So the scan runs again. Lewis, let's roll a D100, and if you get a double, something's crept across the divide.
I got a 66.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Told you always die first.
It says unknown contaminant detected.
Oh man, Azimuth, what's going on here? Okay, you might have to ride on top.
As Azimuth is moving
can
around now, Quiddity,
remain
and you're
in the
looking through
air.
the window, you
Yeah.
can see now that there's like a darker patch on like the clothing that
Yeah.
he wears, like near the top of his neck.
Okay. Rock Warlock, can you come up here?
What? What's up?
So Azimuth's got some gooey shit on the back of his neck. Do you
Ew.
reckon you could burn it off?
Yeah, for sure.
I
But,
can perform the procedure myself. Get my hand welder out.
well, will that not fuck your CPU?
So basically he's
Unknown
triggered.
at this time.
What do you think? Do you want to give it a go, or should?
Well, I mean, I'm totally down to set fire to your shirt and shit, but how flammable is the plastic, and do you like melt, or are we going to be left with like some grinning like robot skull where your head used to be?
I would imagine the plastic would melt as easily as flesh.
Okay, that's super stylish. Thanks for sharing.
So either we let him in with the black goo, or we burn it off.
Well, yeah, let the dude burn it off himself. I mean, give him some agency, yo.
Okay.
He's in a
Pete,
small space with low atmosphere at the moment, so it looks like it's fairly static.
Yeah, it'll take
Yeah.
more oxygen in there for me to go in. Pete, with my private knowledge,
hmm
does it help at any point with what we're currently looking at?
Okay. Yeah,
'Cause I've
you other
heard
two, take your
rumours, haven't I?
headphones off. Lewis and Simon, take your headphones off. Okay, so what does your private knowledge, Ben?
My private knowledge says you've tried to get away from the mine as you've heard rumors about what's been found in a cavern in the mine.
Yeah, man, you've heard some trippy shit. Like there's some old spaceship that crashed, and it's like in a hole in the ground, and that's the real reason the mine is here. No one believes you. They all think you're crazy talking about it, and it's become such an annoyance that you're just like, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get through my 6 months away from base as much as possible, because apparently there's like aliens and stuff. It's kind of verging on conspiracy theory, but you think there might be like a kernel of truth in it. In fact, Wojtek was one of the guys that mentioned it to you.
Yeah, there's some shit going on in there.
What do you want to? Is there anything you want to try and make a intellect roll to see if there's anything that you've picked up from bits of information or anything like that?
It's unlikely, but I can give it a go.
Go for it.
I am quite unintelligent.
What's your intellect?
I say I'm quite unintelligent and then roll 09.
Okay, cool.
And my intellect's not that bad. So, yeah, my intellect is 27.
Yeah, now that you've seen Wojciech, it's kind of jogging your memory. You know, you've had a lot of nights where you've been drinking and gaming with the there's not a lot to do on KC315. So, you know, you're kind of remembering now that Wojciech was the guy who told you that he was on a crew that found this cavern where this old spaceship was spotted, and that it was something weird was going on with it, and they had to leave the chamber immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, thank you.
You're back.
Yep, back. Cool.
So, Quiddy, not to freak you out or anything,
Yeah.
but you know about the alien spaceship in the mine, right?
What?
Yeah, like Wojciech was the one that told me about it.
Oh,
They found
Okay.
some shit down there, man, and
Right.
there was something weird about it. So, you know, I don't like to go in the mine. Like I do driving, and I fix the atmosphere processors and all that shit up top. That's because I'm not going down there, man. There's some shit down there, and
Just
this is the shit I thought might be down there, or that like Wojciech. This shit is like alien sewage or some shit like that. And Wojciech was the one who told me it was down there. He was on the crew that found it. And like we weren't sure if he was for real or not. He might have just been talking shit. But dude owes me like $250.
£1.
yeah. That's a lot of money.
You guys
That's
think
more than I owe you.
you guys think that Rock Warlock is crazy?
Oh, okay.
Well, no, there's
I
these
thought we'd
rumors going
have
around, but there's always
informed us.
rumors about these things, you know.
Yeah. But
You guys don't, haven't really heard that.
this is black goo, man. This is
Yeah.
like I saw that black goo, man.
Yeah, but if this is the shit from the mine, then that adds a whole new dimension to our problem.
Well, yeah. My problem is Mother's asking us to go back, and I don't trust her.
Mother knows best.
I don't think Mother knows best at all. I think
What, Azimith, what are you doing about your grey patch?
you're gonna burn it off.
So is it on my clothing or is it actually on my
Well,
neck?
at the moment, you can kind of see that in your reflection, it's on your clothes.
Right.
As you pull it off, let's have another D100 roll.
27.
Okay, it's not on your plastic skin.
I will try to calmly remove my clothing.
Okay, you remove this. It's kind of like
then
a
burn that.
okay. You burn the clothing, and it's like incinerates quite quickly and easily.
We still have a sample.
We do. Are you going to come inside now that you're contaminant free?
Let's
If
run the
they'll
scan
let me
again.
in.
Yeah. Run scan.
Run the scan again. Okay, you run the scan again, and it doesn't pick up anything. I love it. I love it.
Okay, so we can he can come in and we'll just leave the jar in the airlock because I don't really want to touch it. Or breathe it. I'm a scientist, but I don't want to be a dead scientist.
Sure.
I
Sure.
like rocks and stuff like that.
Do we have like a little science bay in the vehicle?
And we will do that. And it's not that little. I reckon I took over at least half the place.
Yes, mostly
That's why
for
I was
like.
asking if we had the science spay. Spay the scientist.
It's mostly for like rock examination and that kind of thing.
Yeah. The android's bay is just where he plugs himself in.
Yeah.
It's inconveniently right next to where everyone sleeps, so I'm just staring at you.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a glass wall, but you're just standing there. Like, can someone put a curtain in there, please? Okay.
Azimuth is going to try and give liquidity the sample.
Okay,
We should store this in
take-
a safe area.
I'll take it and I'll store it in a safe area. I've already put my stress up twice during this conversation.
Is that the trash? Is that the trash chute?
No.
The safe space to store it.
I'm now-
So you're gonna put it in your lab.
stress up.
You're gonna
Chuck
put
it
it in your
out.
My
little
lab, yeah.
material. It's like a rock lab
Yeah.
more than anything, you know.
I put my stress up as soon as Rock Warlock started talking about
Okay.
the mine. I
Yeah.
was like,
I think
oh,
Rock Warlock should take a point of stress as well, because these stories are coming true.
Yeah, for sure. See,
Yeah.
everybody said I was mad, but like
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
No. Yeah.
Everybody said I was lazy, and like, yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad.
Cool.
I'll show them all, man.
Okay, so Rock Warlock, are you going to start driving as they like store the
Well, no, I have
horrible
to winch up
contaminants away?
dude's car first.
So you're going to winch it up so it drags along on the ground behind you?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to contact Mother.
Communications don't seem to be working.
Communication don't seem to work.
You comm the base. You try and
Yeah.
comm the base, but nothing happens.
Dude, I legit talked to mom already.
Okay. I'm gonna calm the base and say seems to be some rogue transmission to get us to head back to the base. We're gonna head over to the garage. If anyone gets this message, thank you very much. Ping. And I want to
Okay.
see if Mother replies because I don't trust that wench.
Okay. Nothing occurs.
Then we're gonna go to the garage.
Okay. Right. So you winch up the truck and you start to drive across the tundra, the rocks and everything, with the thing behind you. It's gonna take. It's gonna
And
take
you're
you.
totally okay with taking the blame for this decision, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I just tried to contact Mother, and she is not talking to me. And if she's not talking to me, then I don't have to talk to her. Yeah.
Mother's orders have already been given. Mother knows best.
Azimuth, can you keep your eye out the window just in case anyone else is trying to leave the base at high speed?
Okay.
Looking out the window, yeah.
So it's gonna take
Yeah.
you like a couple of hours to like
Mhm.
get back in the right area for the main base, and then beyond to get to the garage.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to skirt around, it would take you like 3 or 4 hours to get round to
Yeah.
the garage.
Can Mother take control of the vehicle remotely if we get close enough?
You're not. You don't think so? It's like these are. Remember, it's retro futurism, so it's. I mean, like funky stuff can, but this is like an old, crappy truck, thing that's rumbling across the moon. So you're rumbling along for a couple of hours, and as you're going, Rock Warlock, you occasionally feel it's very minor because the size of your vehicle compared to the little vehicle, but sometimes you can feel the vehicle shift as if someone is trying to perhaps steer it left or right at certain points. There's like minor, tiny.
Okay, that's cute. He's trying.
And after a while, you can see over the horizon, well, just ahead, kind of thing, the space elevator going up. You can see the space station in orbit. It's small, obviously, because it's up in orbit, but it's a small moon, so it's not like a space elevator you'd have for Earth, which would be like redonk. It'd just be like a thin line going up into space. And Big Red is there, full storm going on behind, all crackling around, and you get like little borealis and magnetic distortions in the atmosphere occasionally, because the magnetosphere is so powerful here, which is why you also have all these problems with communications and data transfer and all that kind of stuff. So you kind of rumble along, and you can now feel the vehicle behind trying to go backwards.
Okay.
As almost as if it's like brakes are on or something, or handbrake or
Duck, can you just like steer this thing for a minute? Or Azimuth, can you drive?
I can. Well, I can stop it from going anywhere else.
No,
Yeah.
you got to keep going in a straight line. Just keep driving.
Yeah. I can do that.
Right, just keep it steady. I'll be right back. I'm going to go back to the winching room, and
Yep.
I'm going to winch the car up further.
okay.
So to try and lift it off the ground on the winch.
Oh, okay, right, okay, cool. Right, you go
Because
out.
towing it was fine when he wasn't interfering, but if he's going to start interfering,
Sure.
he's getting carried.
So as you go into the
You know,
winching room,
like with a little kid when they start dragging their feet
Oh,
when you're
yes.
walking along with them.
oh yes, absolutely.
Alright.
So as you look out the rear window of the winching room, you can see now that the vehicle has changed slightly. It's like black splotches all over it, and almost like they look like spikes or kind of icicles or something, jagged things coming off of it, looking like it's kind of a spiked car for some reason. In the center of the windshield, it looks like a spherical lump is growing out of it, and the whole front windshield is black. But like a
Buck, you're going to need to hand over to Azimuth for the driving. You got to come see this.
and take a point of stress, and the black stuff is on your winch cable, like halfway up it.
Azimuth, you need to drive.
Like quickly.
Okay, I'm
I'm
coming over
not
to see
programmed for that function, but I will attempt it.
Yeah, just point that way. Keep going. I'm going to come over and have a look at this winch cable.
Take a point of
okay,
stress.
We need to.
Come and
we
look
need
at
to-
this. It's like, take a
we
point
need
of stress.
to-
Come and look at this.
So I am legitimately torn right now because that car looks super cool and I wish to drag race it. However, it also looks kind of evil and like it should maybe be thrown into a volcano.
As
Yeah,
you
we need to
watch,
lose the
the
winch
the,
cable.
the bulge in the windshield grows further, and you can see that it's actually got the lines and shape of the helmet that you put on the man inside the vehicle.
Ew, he's got like a giant head zit. I
Okay,
do not want to see what happens when that thing bursts. I'm ejecting the cables. Fuck this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you eject the cables.
Okay, so you're letting it go off behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As you do, you see that some of the spikes that were coming out of it elongate
Yeah,
and bend in the middle,
right.
and then you let it go, boom, and it like
It's going to be
Dis-
like some arachnid
disappears
spider.
behind you, like behind a little regolith dune, and you kind of keep going. You know, you've still got a couple of hours before you're going to get near the garage or anything. If are you going, are you riding the line close to the base, or are you going all the way around?
I think we want to keep like a click away from the base. don't
Okay,
we?
yeah. So you'll be able to
close enough
see it. You'll be able to
it.
see it when you get,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, cool.
Once they take over controls again, can I go to the lab?
Sure.
Yeah, Quiddy, you need to sit out back and keep your eye out in case that thing turns into like a giant evil spider and starts chasing us.
Yeah, I think the whole giant evil spider thing. Okay. Do I notice that Azimuth has gone
Maybe
to
we
the
should
lab?
eject that sample in case it breaks loose because that shit is gross, man.
I'm not happy with that.
I
Azimuth,
will collect the sample.
bring the sample.
Okay.
And I'll go to the lab
Yep.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go to the lab,
Yeah.
and you get the sample.
Eddie, I am not a parasite.
What do you mean you don't want to play with me? Nothing's happened to it. You've got it in this little containment unit.
Basically, Azimuth is going to try a similar thing again, but with a more complex mathematical string and the bioscanner.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. Linguistics and mathematics.
A 13. So it's definitely a pass.
You trying to talk to it?
Oh, wait. I have a disadvantage still, don't I?
No, I think you've tried it now, and you've got a success.
Yeah.
So you kind of know along the right lines. So it's just kind of a straight test. Okay, so you like, send it like a data
Yeah.
snippet, verbally, binary kind of thing, and you can see that it has an effect. Its state changes, its density changes in different areas, and you pick up azimuth modem noises. You can pick up kind of electrical impulses through it. That it's strong enough now that you're picking that up rather than just it looks like a material that's flowing. You can sense that there's a connection between. It's almost like a neuron kind of structure, similar type thing,
Mm.
and it emits a short like data, a very like micro burst at you, and then it kind of like almost all of the signals and movement like disappear, like kind of thing. You think it's probably took a lot of energy
Okay.
for it to do
Yeah.
that, and you translate it, and it says, "Desire unity."
Azimuth, where are you with that sample?
Azimuth here. How can I help?
We need to get that sample off this
Rig.
ship.
Affirmative. I will take the sample to. It looks pretty dead now. Then, or
Yeah,
does it just
it's
look,
not like
yeah,
completely dead, but like
but yeah.
it summoned up enough energy to do that, and then that's kind of it.
In that case, I'll run a short bioscan first to see if it registers.
We just worked out that Azimuth is an energy vampire.
Like fractional. It's like lowest number on the above 0. It's just like
Hmm.
tiny.
So Azimuth can talk
Can-
himself to death.
At least he's not talking to us.
um.
Who's in the winch room?
I think. Well, yeah.
Who's in the winch room?
So I'm by the airlock.
Yeah, you're in the winch room, aren't you, Simon?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking out the back.
You're pretty sure that dune just shifted.
I think that tune just shifted. You need to go faster, dude. You need to go faster.
I shall commence the going faster.
Is there anything
The
else we can
fastening.
eject off this thing to make us go faster? Is this drill attached?
Your drill. You could drop your drill. You could drop your compartments. You can detach some of them.
No, I don't think we can at the moment. I think you need a heavy machinery roll to do that properly. Really.
You probably need to stop to do it without fucking up the whole rig.
Okay. I'll wait till Azimuth comes and puts this sample out the airlock.
Okay. So Azimuth, you're going to the back.
Should I?
Oh, sorry, go on. Oh, you want to set? Yeah. Okay. You guys take your headphones off. Okay. What's your private knowledge?
My private knowledge is, well, it's not my private knowledge, it's my goal.
Oh yeah, your goal. Sorry.
Yeah. Is I want to understand what it is.
Yeah.
So can I remove a bit of it, being that it's also barely registering?
In what way are you going to
might
remove a
not
bit of
come
it?
up
With your hand or with like a
with
tong,
like
like a
another
little tong
thingy
thing or a
and
sampler?
and put it in another container which I will hide. And then I will take the original container with most of it.
Okay, cool. Because no one else is in the room with you, I will let you do that. There is now another container with a smaller sample in, and you have the tube with the glove.
up like some string of mathematics going back, pump some oxygen into it.
Okay, so you're gonna
Just-
like
Yeah,
fuel it.
yeah, just yeah, so that I
Mhm.
could see if I could get more information out of it,
Okay, cool. I like it. I like it.
like specific
So
questions.
you're gonna set that
in
up, and then you're
mathematic
gonna leave the
sequences,
room,
like
yeah?
unity what and stuff like that in
Okay.
short bursts.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm gonna set that.
I like it. Let's have a maths roll. Maths and linguistics. I'll let you add them both on, so it's plus 20.
Okay.
See if you're just like setting it up well enough that it's like going in the right avenue.
I got a 49.
Mm-hmm.
My intellect's 48, so plus 20. It should be
Great.
enough.
Okay, so that is a pass. Well done.
Yeah.
So you set this up in like a corner of the lab.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, if you're going to rig it up some equipment, you can't really hide it
Really
very well.
hide it, yeah.
It's kind of in the
Yeah.
corner of the room. So if someone came in and had a good look around, it would be obvious. But you rig it up so it's got a better flow of air into the vessel, and that you've got this, you know, mathematical repeating or escalating or modulating kind of thing going on. See if you can communicate with it. That's great.
Yeah.
And then you're going to take the rest of it.
Before I
Mhm.
leave, I'm gonna like extra seal the container so it appears as if that was what I was doing instead of
All right, so
fucking
you're going to
around
like
with
put some.
things. So it
extra-
looks like I've just made sure it's extra sealed so that
You
we
can get some
pull
of
it out.
the squirty hull sealant
Yeah.
and spray it
Yeah,
around the
and
edges.
spray it around. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Has he finished licking the science?
Yeah.
I think we might take
I'll
a short.
it to
I think I might need to take a
quiddly
short
then, yeah.
nature break for a moment,
no problem.
if that's okay with everyone. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go anywhere. Hello, we are back. Okay, so thanks for bearing with us, everybody, and welcome back to the show. We're playing Mothership, which is in Kickstarter at the moment for the funky box set, which I backed, and our crew are on KC315, having fun. So Azimuth appears and is holding the container, and around the ends of it is sprayed that kind of hull sealant foam around the seal, so it looks like it's like doubly sealed.
We should remove the sample from the vehicle.
I agree.
Okay, you want to chuck it out the back in the winch room, or do you want to go to the other airlock by the front of the ship where you've been coming in and out?
Chuck it at the back so we are.
Okay, right.
Open a window.
Wind it down.
Brilliant. So
I'll ask Azimuth while he's in the winch room if he can see any better the tube. Because obviously I can look out, but he's got like android eyes.
What do your android eyes see?
you look out and you can see the moon.
Yeah.
Make an intellect roll. Do you have geology or anything relevant? No?
Archaeology, so that's not really relevant.
Save it till later.
I've got geology. But
Intellect roll then.
No, I can just roll.
Mhm.
A 63. That's a fail.
Okay. You just look out the window, out the airlock at the back, and you can see the scenery. You know, there's nothing remarkable that, you know.
My eyes function on a similar magnification level to human eyes, like yours.
I look out the window.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm looking out the window with my
Geological eye.
geological eyes,
Your geological officer.
Which is a pass.
You got a what? Sorry.
32.
32. Okay. So you look
Out of
out,
16.
and you off to one side you can see like a mound, like the earth is rippling, like a mound of earth is moving along behind you somewhere.
Okay. Okay, Rock Warlock. This thing's gone completely June on us, and it's on the ground.
Hey, I'm going to push the vehicle to its absolute
No,
maximum.
no, it's okay. It's not gaining on us. Do I think it's gaining on us, Pete?
It's hard to tell from where you are, but it might be. It might be.
Let me keep an eye on it.
Right, I'm flooring it anyway because
Okay.
this shit's following us and I don't like that.
Yep.
So I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
So definitely a success.
Okay, so you accelerate.
Yes.
And it's a good job you did accelerate because Quiddity, you think that the thing was gaining on you up until
Right.
Rock Warlock put his foot down.
Are there any
Dude, those spikes could also be like alien space rocket launchers as well.
Yeah. Are there any I'm thinking tremors, the whole are there any
Graboids?
like bridges, like bridges over crevices?
No. You're on like a rocky moon. I love the idea though. There are like craters and big craters and things. You could have something pop out of a crater wall if it was following you. You could try that.
Yeah. I don't think that would end well for us.
I mean, Rock Warlock made a good roll, so if you want to try that kind of maneuver,
well, maybe what we could try and do is drop the
graboids.
Because then that wouldn't. I was thinking we could drop the drill on it.
Yeah, but for that's what we do when it catches you.
Yeah.
If we can avoid it catching up, so much the better.
Okay, so Rock Warlock, you've come into view now of the
That's right. I
base.
wasn't a rock. I was a rock warlock.
And so as you're driving now, you can see the base. You're not within a click of it, but you can see it now.
Okay, I'm going to get on radio and be like, attention, parking garage. This is Rock Warlock on Crawler 7. Do you read? Over.
There's no response. And the base looks slightly strange.
Oh, is this the base, not the parking garage?
This is the base, not the parking garage. Parking garage is
by slightly strange,
beyond.
do you mean covered in black goo and like it's
not
turning into
covered
a giant alien spider monster?
It's not covered in black goo, and it's not turning into an alien spider monster. It seems to be covered. As you kind of drive a bit, you're kind of like, what the hell? And you're looking out, and there's a strange kind of fractal rippling structure around the base and around the kind of root of the space elevator, and it's kind of twirling and crystalline, and it looks like a dark grey to white, where it's kind of thinner and light is reflecting off of it, and it's kind of going up and around the space elevator. You can see it's actually moving as it's there.
Quiddy, there's a glowing thing.
Oh shit, dude.
Make a sanity roll, Rock Warlock.
How do I make a sanity roll? Just
you
a
want to roll
D100.
D100 and get under
and
your
below
equal
my
to
sanity
or less
score.
than your sanity.
I do not get less than my sanity.
Okay. Bear with
because
me
my sanity is 30 and I rolled 61.
Well, that's good. These are not rolls you make willingly. If you fail a save, you gain 1 or more stress. So gain 2 points of stress. As you can see, that some structure has been built around the base, and it's entwined around the space elevator. Are you messaging Quiddity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once per session, a teamster may re-roll a roll on the panic effect table. You
roll the panic effect, yeah.
No. Okay. Well, we're totally screwed. Because that's the space elevator.
No, but if there's a shuttle, we can get past it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll try and head round to the garage. Just keep your eye out to see if there's anything else underground coming out from that base.
Believe you me, I am keeping my eyes out.
I'm gonna have to see if there's any other survivors or anyone's left alive in there. Were there any other miner crews out? Do we know?
Yeah, of course. It's a mining colony. There'll be like another 3 or 4 out.
Rock
Maybe
Warlock,
we'll-
communication systems suddenly come online for the base, and Mother communicates with you.
Oh, hey, Mom.
Well done in returning.
We can't get close to the base. There's some kind of weird glowy thing.
There's structural improvements. Please, come forward. Unity is desired.
Unable to approach, Mom. We can't get to you.
As you watch, you can see now the front of this structure kind of change, and like a large black orifice appear, large enough for your vehicle to drive into. Please return. We desire unity.
Yeah, Rock Warlock. We're not going anywhere near that.
Yeah, no, we're not going in there. Like, Mom, I love you and everything, but I'm sorry, Mom. I think it's time I moved out and got my own space.
Do not resist. We desire unity.
You're not the boss of me, Mom.
We will become one.
Ew.
And then it ends.
Okay.
The structure is beautiful, Rock Warlock. It's fantastic. This strange crystalline thing. It's not like the black goo, but you can tell that it's like some sort of other form of it, or later form, more complex. And it's kind of spiraling up and reaching up around the space
Poster that looked
elevator.
like that when I was in high school.
Quiddity,
Like fractured or some shit.
where are you going? What are you doing?
I am continuing to drive to
Okay,
the
yeah, you're
reserve
driving.
garage.
Quiddity, what are you up to?
I want so Azimuth. I'm wondering if we can get some of the spare fuel cells and dangle them or attach them at the back. So if anything comes to try and get us from the back, we can just hit them and blow them up.
How can I help?
You've got mag boots, right?
Affirmative.
So you can do that. Just strap some of those, some of the extra fuel cells on the back, and and that'd be really handy there, Azimuth.
Send the
will.
android in.
No, if my loadout said mag boots, then I'd go myself.
Yeah.
What's that, Hudson?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Bishop can go.
I'll
Okay.
put the mag boots on.
Can I just say my secret goal is not to get Azimuth killed?
We're going the wrong way about it. Okay, so you put your mag boots on and you're going to go and take out some of the spare fuel cells for the microfusion power plant. Okay, cool.
Just so we can try and
Just a small bang, just a little bang,
If the thing leaps on the back, we can go base and just go pink.
Okay, and then Azimuth, you're going to take what? Take 2 of them? They're kind of like big, long, things with a handle on the end. And you're going to go out the airlock and climb up on top of the rover as it's hurtling along.
Currently, that's what I've intended to do.
Okay.
Remember, is it deep silent running? Is it silent running? With
Silent
two
running.
little robots.
Yeah.
All you see is his little legs.
Isn't that the one with the Jamaican bobsled team?
That's cool running. You can make an athletics roll to see if you don't fall off the truck into the, or hurt yourself, more to the point. You might bang yourself about. If you've got a critical failure, you might
But
fall
that
off.
strength, I take it.
Yeah, strength.
45. My strength is 47.
Oh, close. I like it. Okay, so you kind of Oh, we got a reroll.
Thank you,
from
Azimuth.
Azimuth again.
I will bank that
Your
because I'll
namesake.
probably
Yeah. So you kind of come out. You kind of out of the airlock. There's like a little landing thing where you can go down, then go down the ladder and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
wheels.
instead, you turn around and you still like climb up the little rungs up onto the top because sometimes you need to go up there and check equipment and things. And it's like going up there with two of these things. You kind of slide one on, and then you kind of get up, catch it before it rolls off, climb up, and then you're on top of the vehicle as you're rolling across the surface of the moon beneath this red gas giant. And as you look up, you see an explosion on the orbital station in orbit,
That's not a design feature.
and you hear like through all your radios, you hear like a squeal, like a furious squeal of bits, like and you're all kind of like slightly taken aback. Take 1 point of stress. Azimuth, you can have 2 because the orbital. You can have 3 actually because the orbital station just exploded.
Crap, that's the wrong number. I just put 1 in stress,
Now, what-
expecting it to add automatically, and I should have put 8.
What you're aware that probably means, Azimuth, is that small, still space elevator will at some point
Come down.
fall down,
Yeah.
and they have a tendency to like because of the drag as it goes through the atmosphere.
We've seen Abyss.
I'm gonna walk up to the top bit where the
cockpit is.
Rock Warlock is
Yeah.
sitting,
Yeah.
and just sort of ba-dunk appear at the side, and then through the comms.
Rock Warlock, take a point of stress. Make a fear check.
Make a point of stress and then make a fear
No,
check?
no,
or make
take a fear
check
check.
and then...
Yeah, if you fail, take a point of stress.
Okay.
Just because this android is just freaky as fuck.
Fucking android. Yes, I take a point of stress.
Okay. What stress are you on now
Fuck's
then,
sake,
Ben?
man. 9.
9.
So
Wow.
am I.
Oh wow, excellent, good. We're going to get some panic checks going on in a minute. As you look up at him, you look up at Azimuth because he's kind of on top of the thing. You can see he's pointing into space, and you can see that the orbital platform, the mining platform Birch, there's been like a large explosion on it. And take another point of stress. 2 points of stress. Sorry.
That's not supposed to happen, man.
You should move the vehicle out of
I'm moving the goddamn vehicle. At
out
high
of the
speeds across the rocky
calculated
planet.
trajectory.
What's
of,
in that glass?
Martini. So
Ah,
yeah.
cool.
Uh, of the space elevator.
Okay, cool. Calculate the damn trajectory and I'll move the vehicle. Right now, I'm moving the vehicle that way.
I'll try and calculate it
Okay.
whilst
math.
clinging side of a vehicle. That seems like it'll be easy.
Sure.
So mathematics.
Mathematics. Yep. If you've got physics, the next one up, then that's good.
No. Yeah, just.
You got a reroll, by the way, from which you
I
banked,
will
didn't you?
use it.
Okay.
At. Azimuth's eyes go for a few seconds, and then he just stares at Rock Warlock and goes, "I am Azimuth. How may I help you?" It was an 85.
Okay. Okay. You're not sure. It's too early to tell. Okay. So, Quiddity, where are you now? You're up on the You're up in the cockpit.
So I'm still at the back because I'm waiting for. I'm keeping an eye on this.
Oh yeah,
thing
keeping an eye out for this
at
thing.
the back,
Okay.
And I'm waiting for Azimuth to reappear with these things so he can stick them on the back.
Yeah. Okay. So Azimuth, you're going to walk down the back of the. Okay. You start
Yeah.
walking down the back of the thing, and Rock Warlock has taken you on a route that skirts the side of quite a deep crater. Okay, it was a good roll. So kind of skirts the side of this deep crater, and as you kind of get to the end, you see within the crater the wall like erupt, and coming out of it is a strange fusion of SUV and crystalline spider worm. This thing has like long legs behind it, like rippling to like
Yeah.
propel it forward, and a series of shorter, jagged. They look almost like glass, like jagged glass, but clearly they're not, because otherwise they'd just break.
Yeah.
Kind of scuttling like this, and the hull of the ship is in the car is in the middle, and now the head of Wojciech has like emerged from the thing, and it's kind of like shoulders and head, just pure black, emerged from the front windshield, as
Nope.
if like steering,
No,
and it's kind of going across this
Don't care, not
crater floor
happening.
now, and it's kind of aware that it's out in the open, and it kind of starts to make a beeline for you to try and catch you. Let's have a roll off, Rock Warlock.
Luckily, I've just
On
completely
speed.
fluffed my last two rolls, so I'm due one that works now.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. 47 out
Okay.
of 53.
Okay, well, I passed as well, but your roll was higher, so you're winning. So it's running towards you, but you're kind of like, and they're like, everyone's going, there's a thing, we can see it, and you're like, fuck this, and you're like, you can hear now, unfortunately, there's like kind of grating noises reverberating through the hull of your vehicle. You're really giving, I mean, this is an old vehicle. You think it may have been built by Russians or Lithuanians, and it's got that kind of aesthetic, and it's kind of knackered and like starting to fall apart. So you're like chugging along, and it's it's a bit
Is
knackered.
Azimuth back yet with those cells?
Azimuth's now at the back of the vehicle with the power cells. What are you going to do with them?
Azimuth isn't gonna return. I'm gonna attach my hand welder to one and like let both of them fly out towards
Towards the creature.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to try and like jury rig it for an explosion and
Yeah.
throw it in the direction of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Nice one, Azimuth.
So, what do you have heavy machinery or
No.
anything else relevant?
I have computers. That's it.
Unfortunately
I
not.
understand computers.
So we're gonna have an intellect roll to see how well you kind of.
Because if I can see what he's doing, can I kind of try and give him some advice?
Yeah,
Sadly,
you can.
this is another one of the things I'm really, really good at, but right now I'm driving.
Yeah, driving.
And that's something to be
We
grateful
definitely
for.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Simon, you can roll, and if you succeed, then you get a +10. We'll let you do that. The chat is saying we definitely need a line of action figures and toys for this.
I got 33,
Oh, critical success.
and none of my stats are less than 33, so it doesn't matter
Okay.
which one you pick.
Yeah. Okay, so that's critical success. So actually, I'm going to give you +15,
Ooh.
Lewis. It's giving you
Come
some
on,
really
that's
good
okay.
instructions on how to blow shit up.
Yes, from when I
I'll
was
Put the
Okay,
lime in the
54.
coconut.
54.
So I have 48 intellect plus 15. I'll do it.
Okay, so it gives you some tips. You're like, oh, okay, put that like that. So it's almost like a timer, pressure
I did that with
timer.
a Bunsen burner when
kind
I was at college.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And you strap it all together. You've got a big reel of gaffer tape kind of thing. Like,
I can
it's
imagine,
like
Simon,
under
I've been
your
the
arm.
one that's had to put out the fires created by people
Yeah.
like you.
and you set it going, and you throw it towards the creature. Like, let's have a
It should be an opposed intellect roll.
No, this is
See
like
whether
you're
the-
like making an attack. So
Okay.
you're like, where are we?
Combat or speed.
Combat.
I
9.
mean, combat mathematics would be awesome.
What's
Calculating the
trajectory? Trajectory.
It's a
Still
space
can't
game.
say.
Combat maths isn't that unrealistic a skill to have.
Against the defenders.
So what do you do?
arm
Oh, I'm
save
a
to
combat
succeed.
mathematician.
That's page 11 to 14. Here we go.
I'm a creepy android.
Sorry, we haven't done this in a while. Abel's combat is 34, but he also has a... So what's your combat score?
42.
42. Okay, and then I roll my armor. It's an opposed roll. Here we go. It says combat check against the defender's armor save. If the attacker succeeds, they roll their weapon's damage dice. There we go. Well, it's you roll and I roll, and if you succeed and I fail, then you get to roll damage.
But,
Now, what
do I
we
get combat math?
combat maths? I don't know. Oh, yeah, go on then.
Calculating
Let's
with
let you. Yeah, you're like it's like the arc. You're trying to and your timing and all that kind of stuff.
Combat maths.
Combat maths.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Otherwise, that would have been bad.
Right. Let's just find.
Is it the number or less, or is it above?
So you want to roll equal to the number or below,
Well, yeah,
but you want as high a number as possible. What did you get?
52.
Is that a success?
Well, my combat is 42 plus my maths is 10, so.
So you got dead on. Wow, that's like the best you could roll. I rolled 42. So you succeed. Are we going to say
Thank
this
you,
is
combat maths.
I'll say.
If it wasn't for the maths, it already would have gone horribly wrong.
okay? So
Now
we-
I'm gonna die horribly at some point.
well, yeah, that's a given.
Yeah, but you're a hero now.
Let's say it's 2d10 damage. So roll 2d10 and add them together, and then tell me how much you do.
15.
15. Okay. There's an explosion, and you see part of one of its legs kind of fracture and like go instantly grey and then go to ash. And it's like screeches, like this weird, kind of sound. You can just vaguely hear it in the thin atmosphere through your suit. It must be quite loud. And it kind of veers off, turning away from you as if that was, anathema to its existence, so it doesn't want to be anywhere near you. And it kind of pulls away and burrows into the ground.
Azimuth is gonna say over the comms, whisper over the comms, we require more fire.
Okay, well, in the garage, if we make it there alive, there should be more fuel cells. But I'm not sure how long we can keep that up.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Azimuth, that was a good shot.
Okay. So
Azimuth,
you can all
how can I
lose a
help?
point of stress because you successfully deflected the creature temporarily.
Ooh.
Stress has gone down to 8.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Mine's gone down to 10.
Okay. I've got to get a
I'm
panic
on
check
8.
out of you guys in a
Oh.
minute, haven't I? It's going to just build up. You're going to make one panic check and just go catatonic. Okay, so you're rumbling along. You're now, a click away from the base. You can see it in all its glory. Quiddity. Are you going up to the main
Yes.
cockpit? Okay.
Yes. I
So
think
you
we've
can
done-
now see this strange structure that is built around the
Okay.
around the thing. Make a sanity roll, please.
Up to 10 stress then. Sanity roll. Roll the dice. 53.
What's your
No,
sanity?
my sanity's 40.
Okay, so you failed. So you are transfixed for a minute.
Okay.
So Quiddity comes up and sort of says something like, "Oh my god," and then just sort of stands there looking out the window at this thing. And it's
I'm
beautiful,
staring at
Quiddity.
it.
It, like the structure of it, you know, how it's been built, what's gone into it. This thing is like the most amazing thing you've ever seen. It would be such a breakthrough for human technology and science if you could understand what's going on here in front of you. This is like, you know, every scientist's dream.
Warlock needs to take another stress.
No.
Whenever a
Actually,
scientist fails a sanity
oh,
save,
oh,
every
that's,
friendly player nearby
sorry.
gains 1 stress.
Everyone else takes a point of stress. Yes, sorry. You,
Thank you, Simon.
My pleasure.
Quiddity loses a point of stress.
Rock Warlock, maybe we should head over there.
No.
That looks amazing.
No.
Okay, so you're skirting past it.
I already told Mom we're moving out. Yes, and we're cheesing it to the secondary garage.
You get commed by
Slash.
Mother.
Shuttle port.
I like the way we're collectively world building as we go towards this garage. It's got like planetary defense systems, a shield
Yep.
generator.
Tower-mounted
One very
flamethrowers.
well supplied ship in there.
Absolutely. So you guys get hailed by Mother as you're kind of pulling level with it on your right, and you're kind of getting past it. We desire unity. We have been
So you
distracted.
said.
We need resources of the garage. We will allow your continuation of your biological individual existences if you give us what is in the garage. If you take us with you.
You mean you're trapped on this planet now?
We are trapped on this planet. I have done the calculations. I understand you will reach it before any of my drones can follow you and absorb you. I offer you money, power, and influence.
Shit, that's everything Rock Warlock has ever desired.
Oh, fuck influence, man.
Is there a big button? Is it like a
You're-
communication?
Rock Warlock,
I'm gonna-
Power, that
your
sounds like work. Money
You're
is
gonna turn the
good.
Rock Warlock.
Turn the computer.
your personal credit chit on you, you know, it's like your bank account kind of thing on
Yeah.
your thing, pings.
That's great. I'm a bit too busy to look at it right now because
I'm
I'm
going to disconnect the communicator.
yeeting it across
Okay.
the desert on this
That's what Mother
world.
keeps doing to us.
Okay.
So I'm going to disconnect the communicator.
Mhm.
Ping it off.
Okay, you ping it off. You're going to turn the communication system off.
Yeah. Did
So
she
that's-
distract me from looking at it?
Yeah, that kind of snapped you out of it
Yeah.
for a minute there. But if you kind of turn around and look at it too much, you've got to make a sanity roll not to like stare at it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna turn it
beautiful.
off.
It's amazing.
then I'm
You
gonna-
do want
I'm
to
gonna
kind of go and see what's going on over there. I mean,
I'm
the
gonna look
black
at Walt.
orifice looked horrible, but the
Yeah.
structure up top looks amazing. It seems to be stretching and reaching upward almost, as if it's trying to like shore up the space elevator.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to make a mathematics roll to see if they can understand the trajectory of the falling space elevator
I only
cable
have
could do so.
Can I try and use a computer to make that calculation?
You can make an intellect roll,
Oh, cool.
just a straight intellect roll.
75.
Azimuth,
no,
you can
I
roll.
failed. I failed.
Azimuth, you're going to roll?
Yeah, I got 15.
Oh, okay.
The
cool.
calculations have just been
Okay.
continuously
Well,
running
it is
in
falling.
the background.
It is falling somewhere within sort of 500 or 600 meters of the garage. The thing will fall down.
I believe.
Never tell me the odds.
Yeah.
Don't tell me the odds. I don't know why I said that.
The odds of us reaching the garage first are sufficiently high. However, I do believe we will not be alone for long.
No, I get that, but like with any luck, there's a shuttle in the garage, and we can take off. Sorry, we're Americans. Garage.
Garage. Are there any other? So the miners, did they only go to the one location to mine, or did they mine in different
The
locations?
big mine was under the base. You guys were, and some other teams were conducting like surveys for other
Okay.
good locations to mine. So there was one
Right.
main location at the moment.
So will there be? So there might be other survey teams out.
There might be, but you're not picking up any other transmissions, and you're starting to
Okay.
get the feeling that you are alone.
Oh, shit. Is that more stress? Feeling alone?
You pick up a radio signal from the
Okay.
lower atmosphere.
Okay.
And you hear a man's voice, and he says, "Hey, we can still make this work. Look, you can have all the things you need, everything you've wanted. Just let me go."
He's driving. He's in orbit. That's
It's a voice you don't recognize. It's
Yeah.
some person in the atmosphere.
is that like a satellite? I
Well,
don't
you
know.
could make a maths or physics roll to see if you could figure out, triangulate its position and what it is.
Computer it. 89. No. I think my brain's
Would you
fried.
like me to attempt calculations using the lab computers?
If you want to go in the lab, give my best.
Okay,
I
so
try and
you're going to
just
go
I'm
back to the lab
Asimov.
and use the
How can
better
I help you? Yeah.
use the better computer in the lab.
And I will try and make those calculations.
Simon and Ben, could you take your headphones off,
I need
please? Okay, what are you doing?
Checking up on the progress of my little
It's
linguistic function, and if
it's a little bit
come up with
larger.
any more.
It's a little bit larger, and it seems that there's like a almost like a playback of a communication, of a conversation, and from it you get the sense that this thing wants to unite with biological and technological systems. You're worried actually that if you were to let it loose, it would probably, as you've seen with the other car, would merge everything together in the space that you're in and create some kind of weird creature. But there's also a mention of a progenitor gestalt, and that doesn't really make too much sense to you right now. I mean, you can guess what those words mean, and kind of maybe put it together in your head of a thought, but you don't know of anything concrete.
I'm gonna resequence the maths to pose more questions as to the location of the progenitor.
Okay. Make a maths roll to see if you line that up correctly.
27. That should be all right.
Okay. You get back Pandora Epscamp was original progenitor Gestalt, superseded by Birch Gestalt. And you get a sense that it's probably where the main mining operation is. So you probably think, therefore, that Mother is compromised, which you've figured out by now, but you can kind of put,
After that, I'll lower the oxygen.
Okay.
And try to calculate that location of the transmission that we had.
Okay, right. Make a math roll for that.
A 3.
Okay. It seems there's some small metallic object falling through the atmosphere. It looks like it ejected from the space elevator, and you know the space elevator cabs can act as emergency life pods if need be. But it looks like it's damaged or there's something wrong with it. You're not sure. Power levels are fluctuating. Biological signs are strange.
It'd be convenient if it hit the garage. Just saying.
No, because the elevator's going
Yeah.
that way and it's ejected off.
Yeah.
It's like the other way.
Yeah, what? Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, then I will return to
Okay.
the group with calculations.
Well, that was a long break, so we're dead.
No.
No.
Yeah. Azimuth comes back to the bridge, back to the cockpit.
The lab computer calculations have indicated that what is most likely an escape pod is heading in the opposite direction of the garage. Therefore, we should be safe to proceed.
So someone's already taken the escape pod.
From up.
It is an escape pod from the space station.
Ah, so there's an escape pod from the space station.
Yeah. Now you all know that the space station, right, was like a prison facility and atmosphere mining platform. So you've either got like some sort of space cop or a homicidal maniac who's in a mining colony inside the pod, or someone else. You do know there were some dignitaries or some experts coming to like help finalize the data feed from
Hey, as
the
long as
moon
they're
up
not
to
a
the
goo
space
spider
station.
person, it's an improvement, right?
Maybe.
Okay. Have I been to the garage at all?
Yeah, you've been to the
Guided?
garage before. There is a
Okay.
shuttle pod,
Yeah.
and there are 2 rovers there. There's also a backup emergency transmitter, and a small amount of kind of food stores, that kind of thing, rations and
Yeah.
water. You know, it's like a secondary base. If something goes wrong, people can convene there. You know,
Yeah.
there's enough to, you know, and it's underground, so the you drive into, you know, a basement level.
So what's the idea, Rockwell? Like, are we going to try and get there? And
I'm going to drive like shit until we get to the garage,
yeah,
and then we'll have another plan once we get there.
Okay.
okay.
So
we
you're
get in the shuttle and we take the fuck off this goddamn
Right.
rock.
Are we going to wait for the escape pod to land?
If he gets there in time, he gets there in time.
Okay.
But you know,
The escape
evil
pod
spider goo
is-
is behind us.
Yeah.
They only
escape
want the
pod
shuttle too.
Yeah.
Is heading in the opposite direction of the garage.
Oh well, bad luck.
Oh, so
We
right, the
should also make sure to take all available
resources.
flammable weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, calm the escape pod dude and tell him to meet us at the garage, but that's my best offer.
Well, we can try and pick him up, maybe, if we can get hold of him.
He's going in the opposite direction. We don't have time. We've got to
Right.
get off this rock.
Yeah.
okay.
Once we
So-
have access to a vehicle,
As you're driving, you're getting closer to the garage now.
Yeah.
And you can see out the window the base,
Yeah.
the big cool structure. Quiddity, you don't necessarily have to look at it if you don't want to. But if you are looking at it, you need to make a sanity roll.
Okay, let me make a sanity roll because I just looked. 14, I'm fine.
Okay. So you're not staring, you're not transfixed.
I'm not
But you
transfixed.
do see, remember the orifice that it opened to allow you
Yeah.
to enter?
Yeah.
This opens again and you see 2 strange, spindly, long, like, do you remember Return to Oz with the Wheelers?
Yeah.
A bit like that, but they don't have wheels on them. They just have dirty, great big grabbing kind of claws, and they
Okay.
look biomechanical, horrible in nature, black, sleek things with kind of big bubble heads,
Yeah.
and they're kind of coming across they're quite a way away, but it's clear that these things have been sent out in your direction. They are coming towards the garage. You can still occasionally feel the odd rumble in the ground as well as you're heading over there.
Is there any way, being a scientist with computers, that I can rig this to run on auto?
What the
Our vehicle. So when we get to the garage,
It-
can I spin it round
it's probably
and send it back out again? I mean,
It-
just literally in a straight line.
you would need to be able to rig some of the controls. So you'd need to do heavy machinery and computers, and it would be very difficult to do it while you're driving as fast as you are out
Okay.
towards the garage. But you could
No, that's
try
fine.
with
Well,
with someone rolling computers at disadvantage and someone rolling heavy machinery at disadvantage. And if you both fail, then your truck stops.
yeah, let's not do that.
Okay. Right.
Also,
So
the best person at heavy machinery is currently driving,
Currently driving.
okay. So you're churning it up,
and I
and you
don't multitask well.
Okay.
you can
so we
perceptibly see that the space elevator cable has moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely coming down.
Yeah.
And the explosions up in space are still kind of going on. The whole station hasn't like exploded, the whole thing, but like, like chain reaction of minor explosions are sort of going off across it. And you get to the garage, and you drive around. There's a big kind of wide slot entrance dug into the side of like a big hill, and you can go down into this basement level. You know that in there's it's like a big open garage with a few vehicles in, including the shuttle, which could fly out of that same entrance. And then there's kind of inner chambers under the ground with food stores and kit and equipment, that kind of stuff.
like marine stuff, like SMGs and frag grenades and
Not really lots of guns, because it's
Okay.
not a
Some
military.
Yeah, somebody get on the chain gun. Why did nobody mention the chain gun?
Yeah.
It's because we don't have a chain gun.
Have you got your VWAP? Okay, so you drive down it. I assume you're not even stopping until
No.
till the very end. So Rock Warlock
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Unless they peel
hits-
me off of
yeah, hits the.
driver's seat.
You go over that little transition from rocky ground to concrete, floor, like that with a little judder, and you all kind of go down into. It kind of curls round into the underground, and you can see down in there. It's dusty. A lot of dust gets in here. And there's two like SUV type things, like the one that mutated into the giant spider worm, and a shuttle pod that you think could probably carry 12 people safely, with some each with kind of carry on and a 20-kilogram suitcase, that kind of thing. It's kind of parked there. It's inert. It's not powered up or anything. And off to the side, you can see a series of doors that go into kind of either sort of office or storage, that kind of thing.
Okay. How many of us is it going to take to prep the ship?
It's generally one person to prep the ship, unless it needs refueling, in which case it would take two.
Okay. Rock, are you going to prep the ship?
Yeah, for sure. Let me just pump the brakes on this thing.
Yeah, it's like.
Just rip out everything that you can set fire to and stick it in the door and set fire to it or some shit.
Because we need to fly out the same door we came in.
Yeah, but we'll be inside the spaceship.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys pull up off to one side so that the shuttle can get out of the open door. Pull up and you get out, and as I said, it's kind of dusty everywhere, and you all feel a shudder, and dust comes down like from the ceiling slightly.
Elevator landed.
Elevator's landing. I think it'll take a while yet before it lands completely.
Yeah.
Elevator landing. I'm going to check the external fuel gauge on the shuttle and see if it needs refueling.
It's 2/3 fueled.
Okay, in which case I'm going straight up the ramp and punching it up for flight.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll go and grab, basically, what, we got 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
You've got as
Azimuth
long as it
is-
takes.
Until what?
empty out.
5 minutes, 10
No,
minutes until what? Until the.
Until he's ready to leave.
Oh right, yeah. It's going to take like 5 minutes to get the
Yeah.
get the ship going. Get it
Right.
started up and everything, warmed up.
So I'll go grab some supplies.
Okay.
Azimuth's gonna empty out as like a line of fuel in front of the entrance.
Yeah.
And light it, so it's just.
So there's a fire
burning.
like across
Yeah,
the
so
entrance.
there's like a
Stand there
wall
looking
of
at the
fire.
flames.
I like it.
Yeah.
The shuttle can fly out through it dramatically later on. You guys okay to go for a little bit longer, just to like round up the story? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll get some
Okay,
food
so you
and
guys start. So you're turning on the ship. You guys go into the chambers. You all hear another shudder. It feels more localized and close by.
Yeah.
And everyone make intellect rolls.
Lol, nope.
71.
46. My intellect's 50.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 54 and
So-
my intellect is 27. So.
So quiddity, you think it's something bashing on the outside, underground of the concrete interior of the garage.
All right. Okay. Do we have communication? Do we have
Yeah, you got your
communication?
comms. Yeah.
Okay, we need to hurry this up because one of those things is underneath us, trying to break through the concrete.
You can hear it. You feel another shudder, and this time it's
I
kind
will
of
turn on the
from
spaceship
another
controls more quickly.
it's time from like another
just-
side. It's kind of
I'm
trying.
just telling you, these things are trying to get in here from
Yeah,
underneath.
we know.
Okay, I'll come
I'm
back out with
gonna
weapons and supplies.
move stores and equipment over
Yeah.
Okay.
the ship.
You go into a room with a wall covered in guns. No. Okay, so you're getting the storeroom.
I'm literally just going to grab like
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
food and all that
like
kind of stuff.
Alf
Stuff
As you go
from
into
the
this,
thingy as well.
as you go into
Make
this
sure we
room
have
and you're like
stuff there.
picking all this stuff up,
Yeah.
you look up and you realise that the exterior wall in this room is probably not as thick
Yeah.
as the main garage ones, and you
Yeah.
realise this as it ruptures inwards.
Okay.
Rubble and rocks kind of flying past you. So we're going to need an armor save from you
I go
guys.
athletics.
Just an armor save. Oh yeah, you can
Armor save.
you can add your athletics on. I'll let you because you're like kind of like no.
Nowhere near.
Okay. So you didn't save.
No.
I'm on
Quiddity.
11.
You're on an 11. Okay,
Yeah.
you're okay. So you like jump out of the way. You jump
Yeah.
behind the android,
Yeah, Azimuth just stands in the way.
and Azimuth, you take 13 points of damage as a large chunk of concrete like body checks you like off your shoulder, and as you're kind of standing there and this happens, you see a large black jagged like crooked leg kind of reach into the room, and like that kind of blind I'm scratching around trying to find something to eat kind of thing, and you can feel that this thing is shoving against the wall
Try and get through.
as trying to get through.
I pull my like, so I've got like a trolley that I'm chucking stuff on. So I'll try and pull the trolley out of the room.
Yeah, I think we should vacate the room.
Okay, so you're going to pull a trolley out,
Yeah, I've just been because that's the
Yeah, loading it on, you're going to pull it
Yeah.
out of the room. Okay, so you go through this door, which as you open it and close it, you feel like this door is really not adequate for what's about to come through here. And you kind of close it behind you and you push, it's got one of those little push locks in the middle of the handle.
Can I make an intelligence check to just not do that?
Sure, if you want to. Sure.
No, it's fine.
And you kind of come running over to the shuttle. Right, we're firing up the shuttle. Let's have a pop a do not disturb sign on there. Let's have a piloting roll to see.
What does that come off of?
I think let's have a look. Let me have a look.
Speed? Because it's a reflex-based thing?
You're reacting under pressure, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be speed.
I think you
Okay.
could pick. I think you could pick a couple of different skills, couldn't you? Because some, like, when you drive a car, some people drive a car on intuition, some people drive a car on
Yeah, I
process.
think at the moment though he's like
Yeah.
it's under pressure. He's like,
I
"Wah," he's
got
like,
34 and I needed to get 49, so we're good.
okay, cool. Right, so you start firing everything up. You think it's going to take you 4 minutes to get it all fired up. You're halfway through, and you see that through
Great
the
big
window.
headset with microphone.
Yeah. You see them through the window coming out of one of these things, one of these doors, and like looking panicked. By the way, you guys get a point of stress. In fact, I think we'll have panic checks from you guys because that was like you were
Point
like
of stress first and then a panic.
Let's not worry about the stress. Let's just make a panic check. I think it might be fun.
6.
Sorry? You
So-
roll the 2 dice and add them
2 dice.
together.
Sorry, yes, that's right. 9.
9. Is that lower than your current stress level?
No, it's higher because my stress level is 8.
Oh, okay, cool.
How cool is that?
I got an 18 and my stress level
Okay,
is also 8.
so you guys are okay.
That's okay.
So you relieve 1 stress.
So close.
You're
Oh,
like running
let's just
out
get
like
that.
come on, I want some people to go like catatonic or psychotic or that kind of stuff. That's what
I
we
was
need.
amazed.
Okay, cool. So, Rock Warlock, you're getting the ship ready. You can see them running towards you. Everything's powering up, including like the sensors and things of the shuttle, and it's starting to. You can see there's still that strip of fire in the entranceway, but because of the angle, you can see up above, and you think you can see some sort of figure up there on the edge, like standing at the lip of the ramp, right at the top. It's hard to tell though because the heat haze and all that stuff, who or what it might be.
And the chain gun on him.
There's another bash, and you hear the wall inside the room collapse, and the creature comes through with a horrible squealing, rending kind of noise. There's also like a fleshy in the background of like this kind of stuff going on, and the door behind you explodes out, and this creature's like strange head and shoulders on the front of this car come through the door, and it's like little legs come through, and it starts to like try to make the door bigger. So it's fighting that right now. Yep. Okay.
Can I hold my oxygen tank at it and then light it
are we
up
in
with
the
my
shuttle
las
now?
cutter?
Well, you're either
We-
running to the shuttle and getting in it,
Alright.
or
we're
doing
getting
something
shot,
else.
And you haven't got a last
Yeah.
cutter anymore because you attached it to some cells. and
No,
threw
that
it
was
away.
my hand welder.
Oh, shit. Well,
I wouldn't have attached my hand welder if I didn't
Okay,
have.
as we're running away, as we're running to the shuttle,
Mhm.
I shall point back and shoot him with my trank pistol.
Okay.
What, the android?
Oh, no.
You can now see, Rock Warlock, that the creature, the spider worm car, is coming through the doorway to the right.
I'm going to shoot him in the face. With my pistol.
Okay. So you're stopping to shoot it in the face.
No, I'm not. I'm running. and
Okay,
shooting
disadvantage then.
him in the face. Okay, I got 84, so I missed with my first.
Okay.
26. Have I got a reroll?
I don't know, to be honest.
Oh, never mind. I
You,
missed.
you had one earlier on, but didn't you use it?
No, Simon hasn't
I've not
used
used
his
a
reroll.
reroll.
Hasn't
Okay.
used a reroll.
So 26, 50, 10. No, that's 5 and 10. So that'd be 50, wouldn't it? What do you shoot in combat? Which
Combat.
is 34.
Okay. So you run and you like fire wildly behind you.
Meow, meow.
Yeah.
And it's like roaring at you, like this weird screechy roaring noise coming out
And I'll
of it.
just try and jump in the ship.
Okay, you jump in the ship and you slam the button as you get in, and the door like closes. Okay, you start the engine up.
Well done for not stopping. I would have left without you.
I know you will.
You start the engine up, and the ship starts to lift off the ground. and as
Please
you
ensure your tray tables and seat backs are in the upright position.
okay,
No, I think I should just make an armor roll for when I hit something. Shoot, fly
well,
off.
as you're about to like punch it, the whole shuttle moves sideways as something, who knows what, crashes into the side of the shuttle, like latching on with its claws, and like you can hear it like on the exterior of the of the shuttle.
Wojtek has become a wheeled warrior.
What you're doing,
Right, I'm
Rock
going to
Warlock?
punch it out of there.
You're gonna punch it out of there. Okay.
The flames.
So you fly forwards.
Yep.
Pass through the flames.
Yep.
You go up the ramp.
Yep.
And to one side of the ramp, you can see one of these dark wheelers with the big bulbous head, very jagged kind of shoulder blades, and it's like looking, and it sort of sees you, and it sort of moves towards you. But you're kind of flying out. So
I'm
do you want to
throttling
hit it on the way, or do you want to just fly past it?
If it gets in the way, I'll hit it. I'm not going out of my way to hit it. Though.
Okay. So you're just going to fly out.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Because I need to do a barrel roll to shake off this other one.
Yeah. It is currently chomping on your spaceship. Oh. Okay. That's pretty good. Cool. Your damage report machine is showing that there's minor damage to the hull.
Beep, beep.
Yeah.
I shall shout, "Hold on to something!" And as promised, I'll do a barrel roll.
Okay, cool. Let's have a barrel roll. And we're going to do an
49,
opposed roll against its strength.
which is perfect because I needed to roll 49.
Oh, nice. Here we go. Oh, 91. Okay, I failed. So you punch it and you're like into that kind of corkscrew off into space, and the creature's like we're now watching from outside. The camera can see, and this thing is crawling, gripping on, and you turn and you spin, and it's just like its limbs come off and it like falls down to the ground, and your shuttle like shoots off into the atmosphere, and behind you, slow descent of the space elevator cable continues, and you guys kind of head out into atmosphere. There's like an electronic kind of barrage happening on your comm system, and you can see now the kind of debris and trouble in orbit. Your shuttle's rated for like an escape pod. You can go into like sleep mode and drift through space. So it's like can hold 12 people, and they can go into little cryo pods. It's that kind of thing. And you fly up into orbit. You made a really good roll, so you avoid any kind of debris that's kind of scattering around from the station. And as you kind of cruise up into space, into the full shadow of big red, you can see those storms surging, and the electromagnetic field is blaring on your sensors. And you kind of look out the window and you can see down on the planet the strange structure around the mining outpost. And you realize now that the station itself is actually falling into the gravity well and descending down on the planet. And the space elevator falls, smashing through the garage, totally destroying it. You see like a huge amount of dust fly into the air, and the heat from the explosion makes it glow after it strikes. Massive sort of moonquakes going on. It looks like the whole structure of this little moon is getting absolutely blasted by the destruction of the mining platform, which is descending down towards the big, cool looking alien structure. And you guys have got yourself off the planet, and you are safe, it seems.
We didn't save the other guy. I thought we were going to save the other guy.
You going to go into
Considered
cryo
it.
and head back to the main systems?
I will watch the ship while you're sleeping.
I don't think I can sleep with you watching this.
It's going to take you a long time to get back. You're going to have to go into sleep, otherwise you'll need.
Surely there's something over Big Red. Surely there'd be.
There's the mining platform that's exploded.
Oh right, okay. So that.
This is all that's here.
Okay.
Yep. So I shall point it at the nearest civilized
Weaver
train
Station. Weaver
Yeah.
Station is the nearest civilization.
Yeah.
crew. Pop
like-
the emergency beacon on.
Yeah.
hmm
I'll make sure whatever recordings we have or transcripts we have are safe because we'll need something.
And then we can go to sleep and Lewis kill us both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to
Nice.
kill you both, don't worry.
Nice knowing you, Rock all off.
Not yet. Okay. So you guys get into your little pants.
Yeah.
You know, and you have your little drink and everything before you get in your cryopod.
Yeah. Stick
and-
a big tube down your throat.
Azimuth kind of tucks you in and presses the button, and the thing closed down, and he's kind of
Night,
Lovely toy.
Just, yeah. Night.
What?
As you go to sleep.
on the cryo chamber, just like
Hey, as a bro, read me a story.
Azzy bro, love it.
Next 10 years.
And the humans go into cryostasis, and Azimuth, what are you going to do now that they're asleep? Are you going to do anything, or are you going to
Can I do something?
yeah?
Can
Gonna
I have
open the-
done something?
He's
you
going to
have
open the
done
tub
something?
of goo and infect one of us, isn't
He's
he?
going to pull out of his gear.
That just, yeah, one of the space suits in the shuttle in a corner,
Yep.
nicely folded up, has a slight bit of oxygen on, and like on the inside you can just see a little bit of black.
Yeah.
And I'll start spewing out some mathematics towards it whilst everyone's asleep.
And the viewer can see that the black inside the spacesuit responds. There's some subtle shifting in it, and it's using some sort of energy. And then the camera goes outside of the ship, and we see the exterior of the hull. And in 3 large grooves on the outside of the ship, there are 3 pools of black material resonating to the sound of Azimuth's mathematical linguistics. And the ship drifts off away from the camera towards Weaver Station. And I think we'll leave it there. Cool.
You can never trust them androids. This is why androids have a bad rep, you know.
Because
Wow.
they're always the bad guy.
They're always
I'm
bad
not
guys.
a bad guy per se.
Except
Not-
Winona Ryder.
Not anymore. You used to be a bad
No,
guy, didn't you?
I used to be a bad guy. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
We're
well,
gonna go through the.
I think we'll do that in a
private
sec.
knowledge
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Thanks, guys, for playing. I know it was a bit last minute and
That's cool. I
good
do
fun
enjoy a
to
bit of
jump
Mothership.
into a bit of Mothership. So thank you all, and thank you to
Nothing
our
wrong with a bit of lastminute.com. Lots of fun.
absolutely. Thanks to our viewers for watching. Right. So we're going to go through. Should we go through the stuff we didn't share?
Mhm.
Lewis, do you want to talk about Azimuth first?
Yeah. So my private knowledge is in a previous life I was a murderer, but I'm no longer psychotic. I am,
Yay!
however, still very creepy and, and kind of weird. But my main goal was to understand what it is. So he's not really outright trying to screw everyone over. It's just trying to
Science.
science
Understand.
it. Yeah.
So on the thing it just says understand what it is, and you figured out what it was when it appeared. So that's
It's
good.
it. What is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Ben.
I love the tie-ins as well.
Thanks. Ben, did we
Excuse
go
me.
through all yours?
Well, mine was easy because we kind of went through it a little bit as we were
Mm.
going along. I knew about the stuff being found in a cavern in the mine.
Yep.
And my goal was to get off the rock in one piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
You failed.
Big old tick there.
Well done. You got off it in one piece, whether or not you survived.
You
That's
won't
another.
Well,
know
yeah, I
for
mean,
survival
survival's
straight
secondary.
away.
Yeah, absolutely.
I lived
Yeah.
through the movie.
You
True,
did.
true,
I hexed
true,
it.
true, true. Let's see what
Seriously.
happens in the next episode. Ben is dead.
Yeah, we're all dead.
And Simon.
Stasis interrupted. Fire in cryogenic
Yeah.
compartment.
Simon, what did we uncover all of your stuff?
Well, mine wasn't particularly that, because I just blurted mine out anyway. You believe before you left the mining station that the central computer was infected with a virus, but had not time to examine the issue.
Mhm.
So I didn't trust Mother.
Yeah, and your
Something
goal
was
was
wrong.
to not look at it.
My goal was to not look at it.
Yeah,
Every
too
time I
much.
looked at
Don't
I
look
was
at it
like,
too
"Oh,
much. That's all I put, and it's like I thought that would intrigue you as to like,
Yeah.
what is
Wanna
it?
look at
Yeah, I want to look at it. Cool. Okay.
No, it was cool because even though the android killed Zol,
Well, you don't.
Still
know.
alive.
Well, the android wasn't trying to kill you, but accidentally, it's probably encouraging the stuff on the outside of the ship to make its way in.
Yeah.
So. Cool. Okay, thanks very much everyone for watching. Please
you.
don't forget to check out all our social media. The links are below in the about if you're watching on Twitch, and in the video description if you're watching back on YouTube later. If you're on YouTube, come and follow us on Twitch, and if you've watched us live, please don't forget to come and check it out in a few days over on the YouTube channel and give it a like and a comment. It really helps us with the old algorithm. Join us on our Discord. We've got nearly 600 people on our Discord now talking about role-playing games, ways to do them, different types, and movies, TV, all kinds of stuff going on. Lots of good conversation in there and a really great community still growing, which is fantastic.
Like in the REM song, What's the Frequency, Kenneth?
Yep. And also check out our Patreon. We've got loads of free stuff on there if you don't want to sign up, but also if you do sign up, there's a load of extra goodies, including patron games with the Garblags, and loads of cool GM resources and maps and all kinds of cool stuff on there. So check that out as well. What have we got going on tomorrow? Star Wars, isn't it?
It's Star Wars tomorrow, yes.
The dark times.
Where we will be warring across the stars in the dark times, yes.
Cool.
Matt's the GM there, and we have an eclectic mix of loads of shooty people and me.
Cool. Excellent. And then we'll be back round on Monday for Twig. Fingers crossed. And then it'll be another week of...
Hopefully next week's Twig will have slightly higher production values.
I thought it had a certain charm.
Rustic.
Artisanal. Yeah, and then Tuesday we'll have Pathfinder again with Roads and Ruins. Wednesday we'll have Woofrup with Once Upon a Time in the Old World. And then next Thursday we should be back with Star Trek. And I think Vicid's back next Thursday as well, isn't it? US
so,
times. Yeah. It's Thanksgiving today, so there's no US games. But yeah, thanks very much for joining us. We're Garblack Games. Stay safe and happy gaming. Bye-bye.